time to meet the people on the Keeler Show today.
It's time to read the news and weather. Time to figure out what to say. It's time to turn the channel of the Keeler Show today. Why do we always listen?
Keeler's always in the know.
It makes me want to call him
And tell him where to go.
And now let's get things started. Andrew, let's get things started. It's time to get things started.
On the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, Keelerational. This is what we call the Keeler Show.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
Well, today's a very special day, and are you ready for this special day?
Oh, God. The heat advisory day.
Today is the National Anthem Contest. Tonight, 6 o'clock at Babes. We'll be over there, and those who think they can sing, or they're the best at it, or they should be selected, come out and give it a try, and you might be the National Anthem singer at the post-race party at the Boilermaker.
And I will say we have some spectacularly talented people
This is going to be difficult.
City.
This is going to be difficult.
Yes.
It's going to be difficult. Okay, so we have that. Today is Andrew Derminio's birthday.
It is.
I'm really surprised. It's the first year I haven't come to the building and seen the entire building covered in toilet paper and streamers. Where's your mother?
I don't know. She's really slacking this morning. No, I'm totally kidding. Yeah.
Like the whole house, it looks like something out of the whole building. Looks like something out of Animal House.
Well, and so
when you walk in,
the interesting thing is now my fiance and I, we share our birthdays in the sense that hers is the 17th, which was yesterday.
Wow, that's really amazing.
And mine is today. So,
my wife and I have a similar situation. Her birthday is August 9th. Mine is November 21st. So
it's always very complicated.
We're in the same year each year.
Right.
We have a birthday within the same year, and
it's quite difficult.
It's kind of special.
Well, so it's nice because we've started kind of this tradition because obviously Father's Day is in such a close proximity to our birthdays. Depending on the year. So we'll do a nice family barbecue where our families come together on the Sunday. And then we did a nice dinner last night, and we're going to do dinner at Mom's tonight. So
you are loaded up with joy and happiness. Right. Okay. Also, this week we are giving away an air conditioner.
Ooh.
With the heat, if you're in need of an air conditioner, and you are going to love this contest. In fact, you might even, I think you're going to love it. So, did you read what I sent you on it last night? You probably did.
I did not. I'm sorry.
Okay, the contest has a bit of a complex name. It almost needs kind of a retro intro.
This was in the email you sent, right?
Here's the contest. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the great Name the Exact Temperature on the Old Bank of Utica weather line at exactly 7:20 a.m. Friday contest. So here's what this... Do you remember... I think I can even...
Or was it this? Is it SBU?
It was...
And now it's M&T? Is it
I think it was
line?
SBU. It was Savings Bank of Utica time. So it was the old saving. I got to change the title.
It's all right. It was looking out for you.
It was the old Savings Bank of Utica. You're right. So if you remember, 797-6111.
61111. That's right.
Let's see what it says. Now here's the only problem.
Brought to you by M&T Bank.
Now it's M&T.
Yeah, right.
Understanding what's important. Raise the green flag for more convenience.
Partners Trust at one
Stop
point.
by any M&T Bank branch for details. M&T Bank time, 5:57. Today's date is Tuesday, June 18th. The current temperature is 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Thank you for calling.
All righty. You guys got
That's the number you gave to people when you didn't want them to have your number.
It is like when somebody was like in a bar and they're like,
give me your number.
Can I have your number? And the ladies would give out 797-6111. And it was Savings Bank of Utica. The old savings. I got to change this.
Yeah, and then so it went to Partners Trust Bank,
And
which
then
is when I
it's
first
M&T.
opened an account.
Anyway, so here's the way we're doing this, because when I checked it last night to make sure the line is still active, and it is. What did it say it was out? 72?
72, yes.
All right, that's fairly accurate. I think I have about 70, but it says 72. And again, we're not asking you what the temperature is. We're asking you what the temperature is on the M&T weather line at our time, 7:20 Friday morning. Okay, that means, Andrew, if it says M&T Bank time is 6:15, if that's what it is airing at 7:20 a.m. our time, WIBX time.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, IBX time is synchronized with the National Institute of Standards and Technology. So it's not the time they say, it's the actual time that it is. So when we call this line at 7:20 Friday morning.
Oh, okay. So
what is the
call.
temperature? What is the temperature? Yeah, what do you think they're going to call?
No. So that's the thing, is that they're going to do their guesses from now until then.
We'll do the guesses, and here's the other thing. Each degree can only go once.
Oh, so once you pick, like, let's say somebody picks
72 degrees.
72.
Or 76. That degree is gone.
Okay.
So now it's supposed to be a little cooler on Friday. A little bit cooler.
A little bit, yeah.
So we'll start taking calls
in
a little while on this. Now, again, very important to remember the rules. The winning temperature is the temperature given when we call at exactly 7:20 a.m. Eastern Time, according to WIBX's official clock on Friday morning.
I absolutely love this contest. I'm even more curious about how you came up with this. I can just imagine you sitting around.
I was drinking. Yeah. So
wouldn't it be awesome?
It's almost like the M&T, Mike says, it's almost like the bank never changed time for daylight saving time, and it's off.
Yeah, right.
'Cause it's like last night when I checked it, it was, I don't know, the time was like a half an hour off. Today, it seems like an hour off.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's like 43 minutes off.
Maybe M&T will get wind of this contest and will fix the clock so that it will. What I was in my mind, you call it up and it says M&T time is 7:20. The temperature is whatever.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's what we're going to do. And the person who nails it will win the air conditioner on Friday morning. Now, keep in mind, we'll be taking entries beginning this morning. So today, tomorrow, and Thursday, we will take entries.
I love this.
What do you think, Davey? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Where are you on this? Where are you on this one?
I don't like it.
Yeah, of course he doesn't. You know why? Because Davey doesn't get to pick anything. Davey doesn't say, all right, call right now. We'll take call number something.
He's in rare form this morning.
Yeah. Well, as a Yankees fan, I kind of understand that.
Oh. No, I'm just in a bad mood over a personal reason, and I'm not going to get into it because it's my fault, and I'm not going to talk about it. Thank you very much.
However, I would say this: one of the
At
greatest.
Least it takes a big person to admit that it was their fault.
Yeah. One of the greatest things, though, Davey, is talking things through. I've said to myself, sometimes when I'm feeling down and angry,
you just have to get it out on the airwaves.
And you get it. To me, the radio show from 6 a.m. until 9 every day is just one gigantic help self session.
Yes.
So I'll talk about things going on in the world, going on things in my life, good or bad, Davey. Remember the time I did that bad thing? Mm-hmm. Remember that one?
Yeah.
I talked about it. And you know what? At the end of the day, you can look yourself in the mirror, Davey, and say it with me, I'm okay.
I'm okay.
I really didn't do anything wrong.
I really didn't do anything wrong.
and I can face my problems in the mirror every day.
Yeah, I can face my problems in the mirror every day.
And I can share what's going on with Bill and
So
Andy.
what happened? What happened?
Nope.
Does it involve a female? I mean, we're going to play a little guessing game.
21 questions.
Does it
with
involve 20, is it 20 questions? 21? Does it involve a female?
No.
Okay. Does it involve a male?
A little bit.
Okay.
Does it involve a male who used to work here?
Are you in a fight
No.
with Jim Rondinelli?
No.
Did you get in a fist fight? A brawl?
No.
All right. Well, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it.
We've
because I'm going to tell you this, damn it.
We've got 2.5 hours to figure
I'm
this thing
to
out.
tell you this. The one thing that I'm able to say is for being in this radio industry as long as I have, it's one gigantic session of therapy every single day. Every day I'm on the air. It's like therapy. My wife, I'll get home and she'll say, "Did you work things out on the air?" And I'm like, "Yeah, everything's good. Everything's good." And just like the real therapist at like 9 o'clock, time's up. Gotta go.
Yeah.
Gotta
Your time
go.
is over, and you'll get the bill in the mail.
What's our topic with Ryan this morning?
So the topic was, we were getting to this, a lot of Democrat lawmakers will not be in the chamber when Netanyahu comes to speak to address Congress.
Okay. Ryan Schmelz from Fox News Radio on the line right now. Ryan, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
This is just a bad look, but listen, I understand people have political views. It's still a bad look. Would you agree? And what's going on?
It's hard to know. When somebody actually explains it to you, you keep in mind that back in 2015, there were a number of Democrats who chose not to go to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's address to Congress because then Speaker John Boehner did not first tell the White House that he was inviting Netanyahu. So this is probably not the same situation, but the controversy surrounding Netanyahu and his disdain or his disagreements with Democrats has only gotten worse since then. So I would expect there to be maybe a similar number, maybe less, but there's going to be quite a few, especially when we've got a couple on the record already saying they're not going to show up.
Yeah. And of course, Netanyahu would and has aligned himself in the United States with Republicans. There's no doubt. However, our backing of, loyalty to, support of Israel is it really should take priority over all of this, I would think. But of course, now you have this war and you have the protests and all of this going on. So, you may find similar numbers than the last time.
It's definitely possible, especially since maybe there have been a little bit more progressive Democrats that have been added to the Democratic Party since then. Obviously, you've got the squad members. You've got those like one, maybe Maxwell Frost is one to point out, who is a Gen Z member of Congress, worked in the March for Our Lives movement. He's planning not to attend. You've got Ro Khanna, the Democrat from California, who said last night that he doesn't plan on attend, which joins, Pramila Jayapal, who is the Progressive Caucus chair. But I think one of the ones that might stand out a lot is James Clyburn. He was a former member of leadership with the Democrats and a high-ranking Democrat for a very long time. I still think he does have some type of leadership role, but he's been somebody who's come out and said that he doesn't plan on attending, and that dates back to his feelings about Netanyahu from what happened in 2015.
Yeah. All right. Just couldn't come at a worse time, though. Really, with all of this, just couldn't come at a worse time, in my opinion. So, and when is all of this supposed to happen?
Late July, so next month.
All right. So there's a lot
so
of
there will
time
be a
for
ton
crazy
of
things
protests.
to happen.
There is a lot that could happen, and I believe there's been talks about counter programming that could go on during it as well from some progressive members. So stay tuned on that front.
Oh, they're going to have the Hamas terrorist leader there outside of the Capitol, are they?
That's good. The funny thing is when you see these, many of these college students who are out protesting and they're wearing the things on their head and all of that. Oftentimes when you see them on TV, they cannot explain really what they're really protesting. They're struggling with that.
Yeah.
And I get it. They've probably been shown pictures of terrible terrible photos of war where there are innocent people who have died, and that is just horrific. There's no doubt about it. But this is so much more complex than that.
And I'll probably point out that i've had some Republican sources call this in many ways a political gift for them to see Democrats so divided on this issue.
I agree.
Democrats have to walk this fine line, especially when it comes to these campus protests. The Republicans definitely see this as a huge opportunity and something for them to capitalize on.
I completely agree. Yep, completely agree with that. All right, Ryan, interesting stuff. We'll see what happens next month. All right. Stay cool. I believe it's hot there too, right?
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah, it's terrible. I feel like we're in Florida. All right, have a great day, Ryan. Thank you so much.
See ya.
Go Yankees.
Ryan Schmelz.
I snuck that into just there.
Ryan Schmalz with Fox News Radio. Okay. Yeah, that's Richard is piping in this morning. You ever wonder why Syracuse temperatures are usually 4 to 5 degrees higher than ours here? I do have a wonder of that because yesterday they broke all. I mean, I think we may have broken records as well here, but yesterday they broke some big records with temperatures up into the mid to upper 90s.
Yeah,
and I don't think we're going to get quite that warm, but they may see 97, 98. They could see, it's possible, triple digits. Yesterday, our high was 90. Syracuse was 95. They're always warmer there. Oh, Richard doesn't have the answer.
Wow. Oh, he's speechless, or he's
he just doesn't have the answer. I'd like to know why.
But he's struggling.
I would like to know why. And then Richard is saying Fresco Fish is now the buyer of Dippin' Donuts, where Sonic pulled out. Fresco is now in the Hartford Shopping Center. Yeah, and I believe they are the sons of
Kossuth Fish Market.
Kossuth Fish Market.
Yes, that'll be good.
And they do a really good job. And Hartford Shopping Center will have a major change soon as well. Hotels and community living centers, tenants will be leaving, says Richard.
Interesting.
What do you think about that? That's all certainly possible. I would say. I think that is probably going to be the future for many malls. Although this mall has, I mean, look at the Orchard still does very well, and the plaza that Walmart is in and Best Buy.
Oh, yeah, Consumer Square.
I mean, you can barely get in there.
Especially around Christmas.
But I just think no money has been pumped into that, nothing to improve it. It has not become the hot spot. Thank you, Davey. Did I mention we're doing the great name the exact temperature on the old Savings Bank of Utica weather line at exactly 7:20 a.m. Friday contest?
You did mention it, but it's worth repeating.
We'll do that coming up in a little bit. Speaking of contests, you can go to our website right now, click on the drop-down in the bar. What do they call the trending bar?
Trending bar. Yep.
It's not really the trending bar, though. It's the drop-down bar.
Well, it depends on if you're on the desktop or the...
I guess.
The
hit
phone.
that, hit Keeler, and you'll see where you can select window contest with New York Sash. And you could win the same windows we've had installed at our home. I love the grids, not the ones that slide into the windows. You could get those if you'd like. But we like the ones on the outside. And some will say, we don't like those windows because they're hard to clean. Really? You've got 9 panes that you have to clean or whatever.
Yeah.
And, we don't have a problem with it. What I love about it is it gives the home that old-fashioned look, authentic.
Yeah.
Now,
the raised grids.
They're the raised grids. They're just like the grids you'd have in an old-fashioned hang whatever window. Anyway, we have the panes. I'm sorry, the raised grids on the outside and the inside.
All you have to do to get a good clean,
completely authentic,
is use newspaper, Windex and newspaper. You take an old newspaper and you'll avoid streaking that way.
Oh, really? Okay. We use paper towels. That seems to work too.
You can if you effectively use it. But for those who want a quick way of no streaks, use a newspaper.
Do you use Windex?
Windex, old newspaper.
All right. On the program today, Dr. Kent Hall is on, and we'll be talking about heat. It's funny that we have to be reminded of these things, but this is warmer than we normally get. In fact, it's warmer than we normally get in the last couple of years. It's hot, and it just is kind of oppressive. Yeah, a little bit on the oppressive side.
I enjoy it, but
Kevin Curtis is a Utica resident. QJ Curtis?
Kevin QJ Curtis, yes.
Okay. He and his brother are appearing on a hit Fox game show tonight.
That's right.
Has anybody been watching? We'll talk to them this morning. Has anybody been watching Jeopardy?
I have not.
That woman, there's a woman, she's an archivist, and she has won, how many is it, Davey? Have you been watching? She's won like 15 or 16 shows in a row.
I watched up until the 12th show, until she won. I haven't watched it since.
I watched
She's
last night.
She's on a tear, huh?
She's unbelievable. I thought she was going to lose last night.
Wow.
And then the last time on Friday I watched.
I watched Friday. I thought she was going to.
She was behind going into the, whatever that last.
The Final Jeopardy.
Final Jeopardy. But she's amazing. This woman is brilliant. I don't know what the record is, but Ken Jennings is one that might be close to that record, right? Anyway, we'll speak to Kevin QJ Curtis about the game show they're going to be on tonight on Fox. John Swan is in studio here this morning doing a book signing and presentation this week at Utica's Library, the author of Dead, I Said, a Charlie Chan Mystery. Dead, I Said, a Charlie Chan Mystery. And that's an awesome book that he wrote. And it is, John, of course, is formerly from WIBX. He used to work with us here.
Yeah. Now he's a writer.
And Melo Testa is on the program. He's got a lot to talk about, and he is one of the City of Utica's, you call him one of the City of Utica's great favorite sons.
Favorite sons.
Okay.
Yep.
So we'll be dealing with that. Mike, this morning, can you imagine if Trump was in the gallery when Netanyahu goes to speak in Congress? That would be something.
He'd be cheering him on.
No doubt he would be doing just that. I don't know if you saw any of this, and I believe I have some audio here for you. Jerry Seinfeld was doing a show, speaking of this Israeli issue. Jerry Seinfeld doing a show, and this was in a sold-out show in Sydney, Australia. And there was an anti-Israel heckler who was really going at him, and Jerry Seinfeld handled him very, very well. Check this out.
We have a genius, ladies and gentlemen. He solved the Middle East. He solved it. It's the Jewish comedians. That's what we have to get. We're all on your side now because you have made your point so well. And in the right venue. You've come to the right place for a political conversation. Tomorrow we will read in the paper, Middle East 100% solved thanks to man at the Kudos Arena stopping Jew comedian. They stopped him 20,000 miles from the problem and screw up a comedian. That is how you solve world issues.
I love it. I love it. Love it. He handled it very, very well. And, you know, now you got the crowd behind you, and they're ripping into this moron. I mean, what are you doing? You're trying to get in the and they did.
They're trying to get famous.
They got on the news. You know, everybody's covering this thing. All right, let me take a quick break. When I come back here, I'm going to take Davey. I'll take the caller that you have on the line, whoever that is. I'll take them, and we'll take our first crack at the temperature. In the great, name the exact temperature on the old Savings Bank of Utica weather line at exactly 7:20 a.m. Friday contest. And
this may be one of your best contests.
You're going to have to pick the temperature. You're going to have to pick the temperature at 7:20 Friday morning. You're predicting here. You get the first shot. You're going to get the first shot. You can call right now. Davey, make it the fifth caller at 315-736-0186. Caller number 5. Mike, stand by. I'll get to you too. fifth caller right now. And by the way, we're giving away, in this heat wave, an air conditioner. We'll do it next to WIBX.
Need a great deal on a bed and low on cash? Come to Mattress Express. Put no money down. Take up to 60 months to pay for qualified buyers on anything in the store. Massage chairs, mattresses, etc. $1,500 or higher.
Aches and pains aren't trophies. They're just barriers keeping pros like you from getting the work done. You know this business can be back-breaking. All the more reason to partner with someone who has your back, like Clinton Tractor and Ferris Commercial Mowers. Ferris is about helping you finish strong and feel good doing it, with patented suspension technology that allows you to mow faster and get more work done in comfort so you can feel good tomorrow. Visit Clinton Tractor today or at clintontractor.net. Ferris, work hard, feel good.
Say hello to Lumi, the whole-body deodorant developed with your whole body in mind. Pits, privates, and beyond. It's outrageously effective and clinically proven to block odor all day, anywhere you have body odor and wish you didn't, and keeps controlling odor up to 72 hours. Lumi is different. Developed by an OBGYN, Lumi goes beyond masking odor to control body odor in a way certain other deodorants and soap don't. Start controlling body odor everywhere, not just armpits. Experience whole-body freshness from Lumi Whole Body Deodorant today. Go to LumiDeodorant.com to be the best-smelling you of all time. There's a special offer for listeners. Use code 203 and get 15% off your first purchase with code 203. Like the Lumi Starter Pack, Acidified Body Wash, or new Lumi Plus Sweat Control. That's LumeDeodorant.com, code 203 for 15% off your first purchase. Love it or return it for free. That's LumeDeodorant.com, code 203 to save 15% today. LumeDeodorant.com.
Hey folks, Donald Trump Jr. here. Let me ask you this. Does inflation feel worse than we're being told in the news? That's because the official inflation rate doesn't tell the whole story. Since January of 2021, the cost of living has increased by 17.9%. You can't get that money back. But what you can do is stop your losses today. How? By diversifying your savings into a gold IRA from my friends at the Birch Gold Group. When you're done, your money will be parked in a tangible asset with proven history. To see how it works, get your free info kit on gold IRAs by texting the word HEDGE to 989898. Birch Gold is the only gold company I trust. They provide an easy process to roll over your 401k or IRA into gold without losing your tax advantage status. So text HEDGE to 989898. That's HEDGE to the number 989898 to get your free info kit on gold IRAs from Birch Gold.
Message and data rates may apply.
Looking for the perfect ride this summer for family road trips? Then stop on in to Steed Pawnee Chevy in Herkimer. With these unbeatable deals and the buying experience you deserve, you can drive the 2024 Malibu RS with remote start and driver safety package with finance rates as low as 1.9%. Or you can lease the new Chevy Blazer EV, all-wheel drive LT with a panoramic sunroof. Lease it for just $436 per month for 24 months with 10,000 miles per year. Customers must qualify with top-tier credit through GM Financial. Offers are available on select models only. Lease offers require a current eligible non-GM lease in the household. See salesperson for details. All taxes, fees, and the first payment are due on delivery. Visit Steed Pawnee Chevy on Route 28 in Herkimer or online anytime at SteedPawneeChevy.com. Hurry, these offers end June 30th, 2024. Together, let's drive with Steed Pawnee Chevrolet. Stop in and see why it's always easy to do business at Steed Pawnee Chevrolet.
If you're looking for flooring, boy, do I have the perfect place for you. This is Bill Keeler, and I highly recommend in Sarah's Flooring Outlet, the area's leading flooring store. They have the absolute largest inventory in Central New York, and it's a brand new store at the Route 49 Plaza in Marcy. And if you're looking for Pergo Extreme, they have a price guarantee anywhere in the area within a 60-mile radius of their store. It's a pretty awesome deal, and you know you're going to get the best deal at Inserras. Log on to their website at InserrasFlooringOutlet.com and sign up to save $50 off your next purchase of $500 or more. You can shop online or in the store. You will not find a better selection than Inserras Flooring Outlet. See why more people buy from the big store. Its selection, its price, and it's a 6-month interest-free financing. Log on to the website, InserrasFlooringOutlet.com, and see for yourself or visit their store. Inserras Flooring Outlet, Route 49 Plaza, River Road in Marcy.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX IBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, Dave, you got to help me out here. Who's who, what's what, why is everything like this? Explain to me.
Okay, the contestant is on 2 for the weather contest.
Okay, all right.
And then Mike wants to talk to you, and then Wayne wants to talk to you.
Okay, good. Do you have a pen for me over there?
Yeah.
All right, this is the first person. Can you write it down?
Yeah, I'll write it down.
All right, let me go to the contestant here because I don't want to screw this up. We must be official. Giving away an air conditioner, and the contest is called name the exact temperature on the old Savings Bank of Utica weather line at exactly 7:20 a.m. Friday contest. On the line right now is Don in New York Mills. Hello, Don. Good morning.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good morning. Not too bad, and you?
Good. You could win an air conditioner from us if you guess the perfect temperature. This is not going to be our last heat wave.
Who is this Don in New York Mills?
This is Don in New York Mills, and let me give you his phone number. It's 315. Hold on. We're going to give you to Davey so we get all of your exact information, but at 7:20 a.m., our time, WIBX time, what will the temperature say on the bank phone line, M&T?
69.
You're going to go with 59. Okay.
No, 69.
69. You're going
okay.
6-9. 6-9. Okay.
69
now the
no
good
longer
news.
available.
The good news is that no one else can take your degree. Okay.
All right.
You're 69 degrees. Stand by. Davey's going to hook you up. Thank you,
Thank
Don.
you.
Good luck. I hope you win the air conditioner. Oh, this is so exciting.
I actually like this contest a lot.
This is what I don't know. You try to come up with something unique, something that nobody. Do you realize we're doing a contest right now? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
No one has ever in the history of radio done this contest before.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
You didn't do it before?
I've never done this before.
That's awesome.
We used to always pretend to make it seem like we had a special thermometer, but we were just calling the Savings Bank of Utica line.
We have the most scientific temperature gauges
official
ever.
W whatever temperature is such and such a degree. All right, let me go to Wayne here, who's waiting. Hello, Wayne. Good morning.
Hi, guys. Good morning. My guess is 69 and 1 penny.
Okay,
Bob.
Very nice. That's the way to go. That's the way to go. Well, clearly, if I'm somebody, I'm 68, 7, and you don't know. It's supposed to be a little cooler, but the forecast could change.
It could.
So who knows? All right, Wayne, what's going on?
I just wanted to quickly talk about my son played the minor. I think it's called minor A. It's his first year of baseball ever, and we were over at the field that's the closest to Aldi over there in North Utica.
Yeah.
This was the ultimate when you had the guys on the mayor and his buddy there yucking it up when I tried to bring something up about it, and they were like, oh, everything's fine. I don't know what he's talking about. I coached over there and everything was fine.
I do.
We got no door. Look there's no doors on the dugouts. I mean, these kids are supposed to be protected. They're between 9 and 11 years old. There's no doors. I mean, they're ripped off, and you could tell they didn't just get ripped off because all the places where they go on to are bent and broken. There's nothing non-existent in both dugouts. They got pieces of the bench missing, right? The fields are unkept. And then when you see the backstop where the catcher has to run and get the ball, the whole part, the part that sticks up on the back of the fence? Well, the part that goes into the ground is I don't even know how to explain it. It's upended to where if you go to reach for the ball, that your fingers will go right into that V-type sharp. It's all just exposed across the whole back out that if you put your hand down, you'd rip your hands. You'd end up at win probably.
Yeah.
We know what happens there. Anyway. So,
do we?
We couldn't save the young little leaguer.
But they're in horrible condition. I mean, they don't clean. They don't send anybody to clean. And there's this one guy that kind of volunteers his time, and he takes care of a lot of the fields on his own. And I am almost positive he uses his own mower, uses his own gas, and
just to keep, yeah.
just to keep it up so that, at least where his kids playing or whatever, or our kids play, that it looks halfway decent. And it's just, they're unsafe. I mean, I don't know. They said something about they had money to fix these fields. I have no idea why it's so hard to keep a door, even the doors that are on there. Clamps.
I've never seen doors on a dugout before. Is that?
Well, that's for their protection. The little kids can't go. It's a rule where they can't go out. They can't go in a batter because they're so young. They can't go in a batter circle.
Okay.
And if the ball is hit towards the dugout, it protects the kids from getting hit.
Right.
And when they're playing catch on the field, the ball comes towards that way. It'll come in and nail the little kids because they're always talking.
All right. Well, we'll bring this up again. I will bring this up again. Which one?
Well, they'll yuck it up on you.
Is it a minor league that Jax is playing, Wayne, or is this little league?
Yeah. It's like the developmental, whatever you call it,
it's
the
in between
minor
T-ball
A or
and
whatever.
little league. Yeah.
All right. So we'll. I'll bring it up. I promise you. And you can call in too when they're on. Okay.
I'm not going to have them yuck up on me again because last time I called, I'm telling you, that's what they did. They went, I played there, the machines and everything. What is he talking about? Oh, God. It's like, well, guess what?
Yeah, you're not happy with that.
He comes to the games, this guy, and he sees this, and it's just like, I mean, it can't take $1 million to fix this problem. I mean, come on.
Are you saying the mayor comes to the games?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. All right. Well, listen, that's a problem. I mean, if that's the rule, that's the way it's supposed to be. That's a problem. So, all right, we'll get into it.
Thanks, guys.
Wayne, we will definitely do it.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Mike and Skyler. Hi, Mike.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
I started watching Presumed Innocent. Have you seen that one? It's on Apple TV.
I have not.
Where
is it on? Where is it on?
Apple TV.
It's on Apple TV.
I've not seen that one yet.
Show.
Presumed.
I just started watching.
Presumed Innocent.
One of the Yankee games is going to be on Apple TV. What the heck?
Hold on. Everybody's talking at the same time.
Well, they're on Prime. They go on Prime sometimes.
Yeah, but I know one of the games is going to be on Apple coming up.
Oh, right directly on Apple TV?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up.
They were doing last year. They were doing games. I didn't know if they were doing any this year or not. So let's stay on topic here. What is this again? It's called Presumed
Innocent. There was
Innocent.
a movie, Harrison Ford was Presumed Innocent years ago, but this is like a series. It's a newer series.
Okay.
Sort of like that. But here's the thing. I'm watching it, and they always have this problem when you're watching something on your iPad. You ever notice that the movies are sometimes darker? And I was getting frustrated. I'm thinking, okay, I just got the newest iPad. Why is it this issue? And I found there's a hidden feature that you can actually fix that.
It's the brightness. It looks like a little sunshine. Don't you hit that, and it brightens up the screen a little bit.
There's a hidden feature, though. So if you go into settings, right? You go into settings, then you go into accessibility.
It says display brightness.
Wait. When you go in accessibility, then go in display and text size.
Okay.
And then once you're in there, the last thing, it's like the second from bottom, it says reduce white point. If you shut that off, all of a sudden the screen is
It's a bright screen. It probably will draw off your battery. It'll probably draw off your battery a little bit, but supposedly that's better for your eyes, right? Is that what they're trying to say? So, all right, interesting.
Yeah, but apparently if you shut that off, the movies, they've probably been out there for a while.
Can I just say that I had laser eye surgery back in '98, and I still see 2025 right now.
You don't need glasses.
I don't need glasses, but low light, man. I go to a restaurant, I got to pull out my little flashlight because I can't see anything. Okay, Mike, we appreciate it. Thank you, man. I'm out of time. Thank you. Thank you.
Last thing, happy birthday, Andrew. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you, Mike.
Right.
Thank you.
We have news coming up next.
From the Stanley Theater Studios, WIDX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIDX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
President Biden is taking action again on immigration. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. His last order will keep some migrants out. This one he'll issue today will keep more here. People who came to the U.S. illegally years ago, not in the recent border surge.
Undocumented immigrants will be able to apply for lawful permanent residence if they are legally married to an American citizen and have lived in the U.S. continuously for at least 10 years. As many as 500,000 spouses of American citizens and 50,000 non-citizen children whose parent is married to a U.S. citizen are expected to be protected.
Fox's Jared Halpern. The order comes the day after President Biden met with NATO's leader at the White House.
Together, we're deterred further Russian aggression in Europe.
As more American allies spend more on their defense to meet NATO targets while also helping arm Ukraine to battle Russia. Now, its president, Vladimir Putin, goes to North Korea today, thanking leader Kim Jong-un for supporting Russia's invasion. The U.S. says North Korea has supplied weapons and ammo being used in Ukraine. Before that visit, shots were fired at the Korean border.
The South Korean military says 20 to 30 soldiers from the north temporarily crossed the land border while carrying out construction work. Warning shots were fired in response and messages broadcast over loudspeakers too. The North Koreans then retreated. There was a similar incident a week ago in a different part of the border zone.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. It keeps heating up outside. Advisories or warnings stretch Missouri to Maine down to Philadelphia, where the city opened swimming pools just in time.
I've been waiting for like a year, actually, since it closed for it to open back up. Because it's been getting hot, really hot some days.
It'll be over 90 degrees in Philly for the next week, close to 100 in Boston Thursday. They're happy there. Celebrating the Celtics winning the NBA championship for a record 18th time after Boston beat Dallas in Game 5 of the NBA Finals. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for up to half the cost. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 1, 5, and 10 gig data plans with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon January 2024.
A violent crime is committed every 24 seconds. The U.S. Concealed Carry Association exists to provide you with firearms education, training, and access to self-defense liability insurance. So when trouble comes, you'll be ready. Over 800,000 Americans trust the USCCA, and right now, there's an exclusive, limited-time offer for radio listeners. Go to defendfamily.com to get a free family defense guide, a survival secrets training video from a retired FBI agent, and see all the benefits of membership. Go to defendfamily.com now.
Election Day is now just 20 weeks away. Former President Trump will campaign today in Wisconsin. President Biden will have another big bucks fundraiser tonight with former President Clinton and Hillary Clinton in Virginia. The polls are open there. They've been voting in Virginia for about an hour this morning on another primary day. They already had presidential contests there back in March.
Any registered Virginia voter can pick which party's primary they want to participate in today. They'll decide which Republican should face Democratic Senator Tim Kaine, as well as who should run for all 11 congressional seats. 2 Democratic congresswomen are not running again, including Jennifer Wexton, who has an incurable brain disorder, and Abigail Spanberger of the highly competitive 7th District, as she's running for governor. 7 Democrats and 6 Republicans are competing for the chance to replace her. 2 years ago, Jennifer Wexton beat Hung Cao for the 10th District, but Cao, a Navy veteran, is now one of 5 contenders in the Republican primary to face Senator Kaine, though no Republicans have been elected to the Senate in Virginia in over 20 years. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
We'll get an economic update next hour focused on U.S. consumers. Retail sales for May. Stock futures are barely moving ahead of that the day after big gains for the Dow and NASDAQ, which closed at a record high for the 6th trading day in a row. We mentioned Boston winning the NBA championship. Now more on how.
The Celtics beat the Mavericks 106-88 to win the NBA Finals 4-1. Boston, which had the best record of the regular season, never trailed in any playoff series. The Celtics now have 18 titles, one more than the Lakers for the most in NBA history. The Bill Russell Finals MVP award was won by Jaylen Brown.
Just believing in my teammates, my coaching staff, and just being grateful. I've been grateful for every moment, every opportunity. I never hung my head.
On ABC, Jaylen Brown scored 21 points.
That's Fox's Jared Max. The NHL could crown a champion tonight. If Florida wins Game 5 over Edmonton in the final, the Panthers will win hockey's famed Stanley Cup. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM. News time. 7:05. I'm Andrew Dominio. It is a warm start to the day. We're at 71 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Your full weather forecast is coming up. This update brought to you by the new Destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Air conditioners and fans are going to be working hard today as high temperatures once again impact central New York. A heat advisory is scheduled to go in place today at noon in several counties and last through Thursday at 8 p.m. Forecasters predict the heat index may rise above 100 degrees during that time period, which may put at risk people for heat-related illnesses. Symptoms include headache, dizziness, muscle spasms, and skin bumps. The third Reimagine St. Luke's community meeting is set for June 26th. Oneida County Executive Anthony Picenti stresses the significance of public engagement for the site's future success. The third community visioning workshop will take place from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. in the SOGS room of the MVHS Center for Rehabilitation and Continuing Care Services at 1650 Champlain Ave. It's on the former St. Luke's campus. The event is hosted by Oneida County, Mohawk Valley Edge, MVHS, and the town of New Hartford. A short-lived attempt to revise Utica's flag-raising policy was discharged as the Utica Common Council could not reach an agreement on the ordinance during Wednesday night's meeting. The ordinance was introduced by Katie Aiello, who represents the First Ward and would have adopted a new section of the city's Code of Ordinances. The ordinance came in reaction to Utica Mayor Mike Galimi's flag-raising policy, which prohibits flags not representative of countries and municipalities from being raised at City Hall. The mayor's change to the policy was to put in place to provide guidance on what can and cannot be flown and to protect the city from potential lawsuits, challenging the administration's decision to allow any flag to be flown, including flags that could be deemed inappropriate or controversial. The man who used to serve as the director of the New York State Fair will soon be in a new job with Onondaga County. Troy Waffner has been appointed by County Executive Ryan McMahon to lead the county's planning department. If approved by the legislature, he'll officially take over the position on July 15th once he wraps up his current role with the Central New York SPCA. The previous planning director resigned in April to take a job with a nonprofit that focuses on wetland restoration. And a magician who has headlined on the Las Vegas Strip for 22 years is seeing a new level of success after exposing some of the secrets of magic. Earlier this month, Murray Sawchuk resigned from the Magic Castle and the International Brotherhood of Magicians. In February, he faced backlash after posting several online skits showing how magic tricks are done. He was accused of violating organizational bylaws prohibiting the exposure of magic. The Las Vegas Review-Journal reports since the controversy started, Sawchuk has been charging about 4 times his old appearance fee and has been getting triple the amount of bookings he used to get. It is 7:08. Your weather forecast is brought to you by Adirondack Home Furniture.
Here's the latest from the WRBX Weather Center. Clouds and some sun this morning with some clouds this afternoon. A stray shower or thunderstorm possible. High 95. Tonight, mostly clear, low 71. Tomorrow, more sunshine, some clouds and a possible thunderstorm, and again, a hot day, high 94. I'm Mike Johnson for WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Right now, 72 degrees under partly cloudy skies at 7:09. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43, local contractors. The Boston Celtics are once again sitting alone atop the mountain. The C's took down the Dallas Mavericks 106-88 to win Game 5 of the NBA Finals and clinch their 18th championship. Boston moves past the Los Angeles Lakers for the most titles in league history. Jason Tatum led all scorers with 31 points to go along with 11 assists and 8 rebounds. Kyrie Irving came within 1 assist of a double-double after scoring 15 points and was unable to help the Mavericks stay alive. 2 of baseball's biggest stars lead Phase 1 of All-Star fan voting. Yankees slugger Aaron Judge has the most votes with 1,366,315, followed by Phillies star Bryce Harper in second with 1,110,562. The Yankees are about to get their ace back. Reigning American League Cy Young Award winner Garrett Cole will make his season debut when the Yanks host the Baltimore Orioles on Wednesday. Cole began the season on the injured list with the nerve irritation and edema in his right elbow before making 3 rehab starts in the minors. He allowed 2 runs, one of them earned with 19 strikeouts across 12 and 1/3 innings. The 33-year-old will replace Cody Poteet's spot in the rotation. I don't know if I agree with that. New York's leading the AL East at 50-24, entering a crucial series opening tonight against the Orioles at Yankee Stadium. Meanwhile, the New York Mets getting it done again. They continued their hot streak with a 6th straight win after blowing out the Texas Rangers 14-2 in their series opener. David Peterson earned the victory after striking out 6 batters and allowing 2 runs over 6 innings pitched. DJ Stewart slugged a 3-run shot, and Brandon Nimmo went deep with a 2-run bomb. New York is still 4th in the NL East, but very close to 500 at 34-37 now. They'll continue their 3-game set tonight at Globe Life Field. WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time is 7:11.
All right, coming up, we'll speak with, we'll talk to Dr. Kent Hall from MVHS, formerly of MVHS. And there's a lot to get into. That includes the heat. And what should you really be concerned with? And there are 2 guys, 2 brothers in Utica, who are on Fox tonight on a hit game show on Fox TV. We'll talk with them. Hobica's free money question of the day. Davey this morning. What are we looking at today? Along with another week of Laundro Lottery.
$200.
$200 on the line. Yesterday, we had a Laundro Lottery winner. No winner on the Hobica free money, but got a Laundro Lottery winner, the second one we've had. What's Laundro Lottery? Oh, you got to stick around if you're not familiar. And we're giving away an air conditioner because of the heat wave.
We're having a heat wave.
Burning in my heart.
It's our brand new contest called...
That's a good one, too.
The great Name the Exact Temperature on the Old Savings Bank of Utica weather line at exactly 7:20 a.m. Friday contest. Awesome. And so far, we have Don in New York Mills, who now owns 69 degrees.
Yep.
If it's exactly 7:20 on Friday morning, that phone number, when we call it, says 69 degrees. Now, no matter what time it says, the only thing that matters is what temperature it has. Then Don will win if it's 69. Pretty cool. We'll get to all of it coming up at WIBX.
The service was second to none. They cared about my home, was clean and neat when they're finished. Collis & Sons, generations and generations of excellence shows in the workmanship, which start to finish, sales, service are all there to help you. And they care about your home and the community. And that's why I would recommend Collis & Sons for any heating, cooling, and insulation needs.
Transform your home comfort with Collis' expert energy advisors. Like Gordon here, you may even qualify for no-cost upgrades like free insulation. Request your free home energy assessment at fedupcollis.com.
Go BOGO crazy at My Carl's. Buy one, get one half off. The combinations are endless. In stock, fast delivery, plus no credit needed financing. Go BOGO today only at My Carl's and the new Hartford Shopping Center.
Utica's first cannabis dispensary is local, licensed, and now open to all. Exit 31 Exotic is your home for edibles, flower, vapes, and all your cannabis needs. Visit Exit 31 Exotic at 255 Genesee Street or online at uticacannabisco.com. For use only by adults 21 years of age or older. Keep out of reach of children and pets. In case of accidental ingestion or overconsumption, contact the National Poison Control Center hotline 1-800-222-1222 or call 911. Please consume responsibly. License number OCMCAURD 2400076.
On behalf of IBEW Local 43 Union Electricians and the NECA Contractors, we are pleased to partner with Syracuse University in providing our members with an opportunity to enhance their education at this great university.
Syracuse University's partnership with the IBEW will provide talented students the opportunity to advance their careers while shaping the future of the electrical trades and the industries they serve.
Central New York's future is bright, and the IBEW Local 43 and NECA will continue to help light, power, and grow Central New York.
80 million listeners depend on AM radio to always be on, delivering news, sports, talk, traffic, and weather reports you can trust. AM radio also delivers vital emergency information when you need it most. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress to pass the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act to keep AM radio in cars.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply STOP to opt out.
Attention. If your teen or preteen is or has been addicted to Instagram, Snapchat, or TikTok and been treated for eating disorders, body image issues, anxiety, depression, or suicidal thoughts, you may be eligible to participate in a lawsuit for significant compensation. Text POWER to 323232 for more information. Disclosures by multiple Facebook whistleblowers suggest Instagram knows their social media platform is highly addictive and causes eating disorders, body image issues, depression, and suicidal ideation, but have done little to stop it. If your family has been impacted by social media addiction, you could be eligible for significant compensation. Text POWER to 323232 if you'd like to discuss a lawsuit. Text POWER to 323232. Text the word POWER to 323232.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Motley Rice attorney Donald A. Migliori is responsible for this ad. Motley Rice, LLC is headquartered at 28 Bridgeside Boulevard, Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, 29464.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit, hims.com/joy.
Lisa and Peter had wanted a bed where they could pick a number on each side and make it as soft or as firm as they like. They were from Utica and went to the local national store. They advertised them. They liked it, but they had heard my ad that said, compare the smart bed by Instant Comfort. Lisa and Peter came in. We put them on a Q9 King Flex head. We elevated Peter's head and feet, put the massage on low. He was a number 24. He liked his side soft. Lisa liked her side firm. She was a 42. She liked her head elevated higher, her feet a little less, and the massage on high. They were thrilled that it had a 25-year industry-leading warranty. They loved the fact that it had 45 individual settings on each side, and it was totally affordable because they qualified and signed up for the 5 years, no interest, no money down. And then they got a $750 prepaid card, our current promotion, to go spend on themselves for the summer. Go to mattressexpressny.com for locations and try the smart bed by Instant Comfort.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
I swear to God, I came in today and all the YouTube stuff is all screwed up. All the settings are gone. Everything was just all screwed up.
So you're reconstructing on the fly, huh?
A little bit. And I kind of, what do you think of this shot right here on YouTube? I probably look a little small. Maybe I can make you smaller so you're less
fat.
Are you able to see it? It's not up yet on YouTube. But it,
yeah, I got to look from here. What am I doing?
Is this even today's YouTube? It's Tuesday.
Yeah, because my blue
18th.
shirt.
You're right, but it's way behind. Really odd. There's a lot of oddness going on.
It's odd.
Okay, a few things. Mike asking the question here this morning, is Little League a city responsibility? I thought it was a volunteer-driven organization, and the organization pays for the upkeep.
I don't know, and it's not Little League, it's minor league. I think it's a city park, though.
Okay, so the city's responsible
I think while paying for uniforms and paying for things like that, maybe even the equipment is one thing, but the actual facilities on which the minor league is played, I think maybe the city's responsibility. I don't know. I'll get clarification from El Mayor today.
Okay, you keep talking.
Oh, look at this. It's a double shot here.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Wow, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, now it's up there. I can see it.
Yeah, with the two of us.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
I like that.
As soon as I lose my weight, I'll make my picture a little bigger, but I got to drop some pounds. On the line right now is Dr. Kent Hall. Doc, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing this morning?
Wonderful. Thank you so much for
Good morning, Doctor,
for coming on. And let's see. Let's talk about the
heat
and
wave.
I realize I think I've heard people say they think we're stupid. Everybody's talking about how you got to be careful of the heat and don't do this, don't do that. The reality is sometimes we forget that we are not invincible, and maybe a reminder or two is not a bad idea. It is hot.
It is hot, and it's going to be hot for the next 3 days, 4 days.
Yeah.
You know, it is interesting that, you know, a week ago we were lamenting the fact that it was in the 60s, and when is the summer going to get here?
Right.
Well, the summer's here.
Yeah, isn't it amazing? We had one day that we were all complaining because we were not sure if it was going to hit 60 degrees. And I don't know that it actually did. It got like 58, 59. It was windy. It was cold. I'm like, man, what an awful
I know. I
spring.
didn't think summer would ever come.
And now here we are with it's these extremes that is there any truth to and actually I've heard it from my mom always. I've heard it from Davey. I've heard it from Stefan. That it's these ups and downs, the weather extremes that we deal with. That's what makes people sick. Is there any truth to that?
So it's not the weather changes per se. It's how we react and respond to them. So you know, when it's cold, we end up going inside. We're a lot closer together, and so there's more possibility for respiratory viruses and other respiratory pathogens, whether it's viruses or bacteria, to be passed around. When it's warm, then we go outside. So it's the waxing and waning. So people will see that when oh my gosh, it's getting cold, we go inside, and then all of a sudden people start getting colds and things like that. So there is truth to that, but it's not weather related per se. It's really how we behave because of the weather.
We don't always behave well, probably the way that we're supposed to behave. So I did see, today schools are letting out. A lot of schools are letting out at noon. Elementary students are still in school, at least in I think Herkimer and Oneida County, and maybe Madison as well. Lewis, all over. But you're seeing a lot of because it does get a lot of these schools are old buildings and they don't have any air. And, you're going to be talking about over 100 degrees in the classroom.
Yeah. So I understand, people are saying, oh, it's heat, it'll be fine. But the reality is you do have to be smart about it. So, in terms of who is vulnerable, so it's the older folks and it's the younger folks. So certainly school age kids, especially elementary age, they just have a harder time modulating what their internal temperature is, and so really making sure that they are placed into an environment where they're not going to be overheated. The other thing that I would say is, again, and you've heard this many times, it's not just the heat, it's the humidity.
Right.
So the humidity actually makes it harder for us as human beings to get rid of excess heat within our body, because the sweat doesn't evaporate. And that's our natural cooling mechanism. It just stays on the skin and stays and so it's not as effective in terms of decreasing our core temperature. There are also certain medications that decrease our ability to sweat. Cold medication, some cold medications, stimulants, anything that will ramp up your metabolism, as well as certain things like Benadryl and things like that actually decrease sweating. So you have to be very careful for people that are on medications to make sure that they are that they're placed in proper environments where they don't have to worry about active or they don't have to worry about the cooling themselves.
I want to ask you about something somewhat controversial, and it is, and actually this is John who's saying, can you ask Dr. Hall why the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals has ruled the COVID-19 mRNA shots are not vaccines? So I have seen this story and read up on this story. It has been debunked. It was picked up by a few people in Congress, and it was tweeted out, and it is being deemed false by several major publications. Do you know anything about this?
So I don't know anything about it specifically. I don't know why anybody would say that the mRNA vaccines were not vaccines. I mean, they were. And, this goes along with what we've talked about before in terms of, people getting a kernel of information, true or not, and then because it falls in line with their, beliefs or how they view the world, then it gets perpetuated. But no, it's a vaccine is something is that just a vaccine and immunization are synonyms, and they what happens is that a foreign substance, a protein, is introduced into the body, and your body recognizes it as a foreign substance and then stimulates a response to get rid of it. And because it is not a disease-producing bacteria, or a disease-producing protein, but it is a protein that is attached to something that causes a disease, then the body, when it's now exposed to that pathogen, whether it's a virus or a bacteria, will say, "Oh, I've seen this before. This is bad. I need to get rid of it." Or this doesn't belong here. I need to get rid of it, and that's how they work. But the concept of a vaccine being something other than that, I just don't understand.
So here it says this is one of the many, everything from AP to this happened out in California. Vaccine skeptics are claiming. Alex Jones, by the way, claiming. Whenever you see Alex Jones claim anything, that should be your first, at least, your first clue to say, I want to dig deeper, at the very least. Vaccine skeptics claiming a U.S. federal appeals court ruled in June that COVID-19 shots are not actual vaccines, undermining years of public health guidance. This is false. The panel decided a lawsuit over a school district's immunization requirements should not have been dismissed, but legal experts say it did not endorse or even evaluate the plaintiff's allegations about the effectiveness of the vaccine. So, again, we're taking a headline. There are people, this is what you just said, Doc, there are people with a political agenda who are taking a splinter of that and running with it as if they have the facts, when in fact they're misrepresenting what came out of the court.
Yeah, and I would echo what you said about, when you hear something from someone who is not an expert in the field, okay? I mean, Alex Jones is not an expert in medicine or biochemistry or anything like that. Then you should say, that sounds interesting. Let me find out more about it. And, there are reputable resources on the web, like WebMD, or you can go to, the Cleveland Clinic website or the Mayo Clinic website to get information. Those are things that I think I would definitely steer people toward. Obviously, if you have a personal question about your health, then the best doctor to go to is your primary care provider, your doctor.
So Senator Ron Johnson is one who came out with a claim on this, and basically the court issued a statement and explained the decision. However, the plaintiff is making allegations. The court's decision did not affirm the plaintiff's allegations, which is, I believe, was brought by Alex Jones. So Anyway,
he hasn't had much luck with lawsuits in the past.
He's struggled. He doesn't look all that healthy these days either. Anyway, John, I know you follow a lot of this based on the comments I get from you. You follow a lot of this stuff, and this is my favorite part of it. John right now is laughing at us, saying, "Oh, you guys have been brainwashed." We're the ones that are brainwashed. That's where we are today. So, Doc, I don't know that there is a quick solution. We do not, as a society today, trust in this case, medical professionals, but I think it's anything that is considered a professional or an expert. We just don't trust it today. I don't know how we got here.
Yeah, I unfortunately agree with you on that. And my response to that, and the way that I handle that, for lack of a better term, is to just continue to say what I know to be the truth. And if I don't know what I know to be truthful and factual, and if I say it enough, and if people hear it enough, then hopefully, they'll say, well, if Dr. Hall said that, maybe it's true, because I hope that my level of integrity is enough. I do say, when I don't know something, I say I don't know, but I can look it up, or I can find out about it, and I will let you know. We just have to, it's when people start going out on limbs and saying things that they say something that is not quite correct, and that gets focused on as, see, I can't believe that person because, they said something and it wasn't true. So it's really just a matter of, doing the best that we can. I live by the mantra, assume positive intent. So I believe that, everybody, wants to do the right thing, even though sometimes that's not true. But that's where I'm going to start from anyway. Yeah.
All right. Fair place. Doc, we appreciate it. Have a wonderful week, and we'll talk again soon.
Sounds good. Thanks, everybody. Right. Have a great day. Please be safe, and please be cool.
Be cool.
Be cool.
Yo, I'm cool.
Cool.
All right, Doc.
Thanks,
thank
Doc.
you so much. Stay cool. John, I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole with you. He says, I've dug very deep. I don't trust the media, not a splinter. I have been way down the rabbit hole. Alex Jones is reporting on it. Why did Trump federalize 1 million National Guard? I'm not laughing. People are dying. Matt comes in and says, you don't know how we got here? Of course you should know how we got here. Why are military leaders being removed for pushing it on military? Evil exists. And, John, I'm not going to argue with you. I do know that evil does exist. I've looked into the eyes of evil.
Into the eyes of evil.
I have looked into the eyes of evil.
I've looked into the eyes of evil. I will come down from the rock and save you.
And I've seen the demons. But the funny part of all this is when you hear these things and you say to somebody, man, you have gone down the rabbit hole.
Yes.
And then they will laugh at you and say, no.
You drank the Kool-Aid.
You've consumed the Kool-Aid. You're the one who's being deceived, and you'll see it to be true. We're going to be laughing at you when this is all said and done, is what has been said. That's John, I know that's what you're saying. We're the nuts. We're the ones that believe, like sheep, everything that's told to us, all of that. What must it be like, though? So if your doctor says to you, we've detected something, it's really, really bad, we need to act upon it, I will tell you the first thing I would do is get a second opinion.
Yeah.
And maybe even a third. But if you got 3 doctors telling you the same thing, and your neighbor who's like, I don't believe anything they're saying. Don't believe them. You're going to be dead soon if you don't do something about it.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's anything wrong with getting a second opinion. But, John, I'm just saying, man, you've got some of your stuff is way out there. And maybe it's true. Maybe we'll be the ones being laughed at when it's all said and done. But I highly doubt it. And there are news outlets that I trust that do real investigative news, and those outlets are all saying that the decision by the court has been misinterpreted. Take it for what it is. All right. I can tell you what we're not going to misinterpret, and that is Hobika's free money question
Free
of the
money!
day. So this morning, we're going to give you a chance to win, as Davey says, $200. Then we'll add in a little Laundra lottery. Could add it to $300. Or you could walk away with $100, because half the amount. Does all of this make sense? If Davey does $200 with the free money question, we throw in Laundra lottery as a consolation.
This is for
$100.
Between Laundra lottery and the great name the exact temperature on the old Saving Bank of Utica weather line at exactly 7:20 a.m. Friday contest, you're on a hot streak.
We are on a hot
Hotter
streak
than
with
the heat
contests.
wave.
Yeah, these are, John, even you would admit, you can go deep into the rabbit hole and not find a contest more wonderful than this one. All right, Davey, we're looking for caller number 1 here this morning. What are you looking at? And by the way, glad to see you're not miserable anymore. You've cheered up a little bit. Good to see that.
Thank you.
Yeah. What caller number you want?
6.
Sixth caller. Caller number 6 through our phone lines. 315-736-0186. Caller number 6. 315-736-0186. Going to give you a chance to play along with Hobika's free money question coming up on WIBX.
Adirondack Home Furniture is the area's go-to store for top-quality, durable, American-made pieces for any room. All month long, Adirondack Home Furniture is celebrating America with their Made in America sale. Stop in today and explore their extensive inventory and their many new arrivals for every room in your home. And don't forget, Adirondack Home Furniture has more than just rustic pieces. They carry a wide variety of modern, farmhouse style, and traditional. Are you looking for a better night's sleep? Then check out their selection of Restonic mattresses or Gold Bond flippable mattresses. Once you select the perfect piece for your space, they can deliver it locally for free of charge, or you can pick it up yourself from the showroom. So stop in to Adirondack Home Furniture today and celebrate America with the Made in America sale going on now. Adirondack Home Furniture in Riverside Center, Utica. Give them a call at 315-738-7817 or visit AdirondackHomeFurniture.com.
The Utica Center for Development wants you to join the city of Utica's Independence Day Parade, sponsored by Master Vito Hyundai. Register for the parade, have fun, build a float, or just walk and show community support on July 4th. To register for the parade or to be a vendor for the 4th of July party in the park, sign up today at ucdevelopment.org. The City of Utica parades are brought to you by the Utica Center for Development, Master Vito Hyundai, Bank of Utica, and Save the Day Foundation.
Rodney Atkins, June 20th, 7:30 p.m. at the Stanley Theater. Get your tickets now at the Stanley Theater box office or online at thestanley.org.
Why is Navage perfect for allergy sufferers? Rhino Systems Medical Director Dr. Howard Levine explains.
If someone's exposed to allergens, they can get rid of those immediately by washing out the nose. Navage works by pulling saline in one nostril, through the nose and out the other nostril, sucking out allergens, mucus, dust, and germs. Experience on-the-spot relief so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier.
Navage is available at Sam's Club, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or online at Navage.com. Navage. Breathe easy.
Your summer of fun starts with Amerique. Enjoy no payments for the first 90 days on new and used auto, motorcycle, boat, rec loans, and more. Wherever summer takes you, go further with Amerique. And 90 days with no payments. Offer expires July 31st. Apply today at amerique.org/no-pay. Application subject to credit approval. Automatic payments required. Interest begins accruing on date loan is open and will be amortized over the monthly payments. Membership eligibility required. Insured by NCUA.
Hi, I'm Cesar Milan. People are always commenting on how healthy my dogs are. One of the reasons is the food my dogs eat.
Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend is a premium freeze-dried raw dog food designed to support your dog's health, happiness, and lifespan. Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of cod Crispies. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511.
Your order is back with a 90-day guarantee.
All dogs are unique. Your dog results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
Ferris commercial mowers set the bar with racing-inspired patented full suspension and integrated cutting decks so you can go faster, cut better, and not get beat up. Ferris Experience Suspension. Take advantage of the best financing and prices of the year. Visit us at whitesfarmsupply.com.
We're the power in power equipment.
White's Farm Supply.
Utica's first cannabis dispensary is local, licensed, and now open to all. Exit 31 Exotic is your home for edibles, flower, vapes, and all your cannabis needs. Visit Exit 31 Exotic at 255 Genesee Street or online at uticacannabisco.com.
For use only by adults 21 years of age or older. Keep out of reach of children and pets. In case of accidental ingestion or overconsumption, contact the National Poison Control Center hotline 1-800-222-1222 or call 911. Please consume responsibly. License number OCMCAURD 2400076.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Hey, if you want to keep nice and cool today, iced coffee from Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. Chuck and the crew, they are ready for you. That's Daylight Donuts in the village of New Hartford. Their matcha latte is so good as well, if you want to do that. And it's happening in Herkimer County. There's so much going on. As the summer is getting underway, you can explore the Herkimer Diamond Mines, savor the taste of Herkimer cheese.
Oh, that's so
Take
good.
a boat tour from the Waterfront Grill right down the historic Erie Canal. Food truck season is underway. They have Chow Down in Herkimer, the Food Truck Frenzy in Ilion. Hillpath Brewery in Frankfort does it on Fridays. Fireworks will be coming up. There's just so much going on. It is happening in Herkimer County, and much of it before the fall. The summer will cap off with, of course, with the Herkimer County Fair, which runs the 13th through the 18th, which is a bit of a prelude to the New York State Fair. We're ready for Hobica's Free Money Question of the Day, and Davey, what caller am I going with here? Is it Rick? It's Rick, line number 3. Hey, Rick, good morning. How you doing?
Hey, Rick.
Good morning, Bill.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. Waiting for the mailman to see what Andrew Dominio sent me today.
That is so funny.
Hey, listen, the last one was a good one.
We get a lot of mail from you, Andrew.
Andrew, I got a 5-year plan, so if you want to come and check out our 5-year plan, you're welcome to.
Okay.
All right. Just
so
give me
after
a call
5
and we'll
years,
set it up.
you might be getting rid of your house, and Andrew
It's never too early to start thinking about it.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. Are you ready, Rick? Are you ready?
Let's go, baby.
This is for $200.
Cha-ching. Cha-ching.
$200. Here is your question. John Adams, Thomas Jefferson both died on 4th of July. So did this president. Which one? Ready, go. So the two of them.
Nixon. I don't know.
Nixon. Was it Nixon?
Jeez.
The answer is John Adams and Thomas Jefferson, by the way, died really within hours or days of each other. It might have been hours of each other on 4th of July. Isn't that amazing when you think about it?
That is crazy.
I wonder if that's true. They say it is. And I don't believe it. I don't. Poppycock.
I'm against it.
And then, yes, James Monroe, 1831, died also on 4th of July. So 3 of America's presidents have died on the 4th of July. Okay.
I think that's how they would have wanted to go.
You did not win the $200, but guess what? We're going to give you a chance as a consolation to win $100. Are you ready to play the great contest called Londro Lottery?
Probably easier than the July 4th question.
Probably. So here's the way it works. You're going to be able to pick one number between 1 and 30. Which is it?
Is it 3 numbers, or we're doing 1 now?
No, he picks 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I pick 1.
He picks 1. My mom picks 3.
Oh, okay.
Giving them a 1 in 10 chance of winning.
All right, we'll do number 7, Mickey Mantle.
Number 7. Number 7. All right, let me bring my mom in. Ladies and gentlemen, here she is, my mom. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, I think, did you change this?
I know, that's what I'm saying. Last week they were picking 3 numbers.
Right.
Yes, Mrs. Keeler, he did.
He did.
They should only pick 1 number.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, last week you were picking 3.
She picks 3. I don't know why I did that.
I don't know.
But ironically, yesterday, because I thought it was weird, because yesterday they only picked 1 number.
Right, they pick
and
one.
It was
one
the
number
one.
is the first one that comes out. If they pick 3, that would change the odds.
That's a 1 in 10 odd.
1 is 1 in 10.
1 in 30.
1 in 30?
Yeah. Because it's 1 through 30. They pick one. They got a 1 in 30 chance of your mom pulling that pin.
But she pulls
why
three
don't
numbers.
I call back? I'll call back when you guys are done, okay?
That's a good. Imagine,
Rick, do you want to try to win or not?
Imagine what it's like for everybody else listening to this, Rick. I mean, at least you're involved. I mean, everybody else is like...
You figure out the rules, and I'll call her bike and make sure it's okay.
The way it goes is you pick one number,
7.
She picks 3 numbers. He picked the number 7. Mom, pick away.
Okay.
These are clothespins, by
the way. Thank you, Mrs. Keeler. I wasn't going to.
Okay, I tried.
All right, round and round it goes.
She said I tried.
Where that brighter stops, nobody knows, Rick. Oh boy, oh boy.
This is riveting.
It is riveting.
It's a lovely sound.
All right, here we go. Wow.
First number 26.
26.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 8.
All right. Oh boy.
That's Yogi.
15.
And 15.
Oh, it's Thurman Munson.
All right. Or the number of games the Mets have won recently. Just saying. Okay, Mom. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
And Rick, we're going to give you the Food and Fun card. It's a $25 gift card from, and you can go to Babes, Cookies, Aquavino, Taylor and the Cook, any of those places. Standby Davey is going to hook you up. We'll mail this to you, so stand by, okay?
Thanks. Good day for ice cream.
A good day for ice cream. No doubt about it. Stand by. That's Rick in Utica, who was not amused with us figuring this out. Now, I don't know if I did it differently last week.
Oh, you did?
But I don't think so. The key is they pick one number, and I actually have my notes here if you'd like to see them.
I was looking. I could pull the sheets out of the garbage because I wrote the 3 numbers they picked because it would be in similarity.
So that would increase the chances that we would have too many winners.
We only had one winner, which was amazing.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you pull the audio.
Davey, can you back me up on this?
I'm not going to have this conversation. You pull the audio. All right. Kevin Curtis is one of 2 brothers who Kevin QJ Curtis.
That's right.
Is one of 2 brothers who is a Utica resident. He and his brother are appearing on a hit Fox game show, and it is tonight, and Kevin is on the line right now. And by the way, if I was doing it that way last week, I was doing it wrong. But still, look it up. Hi, Kevin. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Good. So what is this game show you're on? What's going on here?
My brother Cameron and I have gotten the opportunity to participate in Beat Shazam, which is a game show on Fox that tests everyone's music skills, music knowledge. You get a couple seconds to identify the song, and you have to be the fastest one to guess the song. And it was a great opportunity for us to do.
This is a cool game. So it's hosted by Jamie Foxx and his daughter, Corinne.
So it's kind of like Name That Tune a little bit.
In a way, yes. But definitely. A lot of people have had the Shazam app where if you're out in a bar somewhere and you're like, what's that song? You pull out Shazam and it'll register it for you.
Shazam was doing it before, like
Siri or whoever.
Siri was doing it, or the one on the Google Play.
Yeah.
Okay, so where'd you learn all of your musical talents here?
Oh, well, my brother and I grew up in the city, going to church. We have a very musical family. My father plays bevy of instruments. We were in the church choir growing up. So listening to music has been a part of our lives for a very long time.
All right. What is your specialty? Do you do well with, current, pop, rap, 50s, 60s? What's your specialty?
I listen to everything. I'm not going to lie to you. If it's got a good melody, I'll definitely bop to it. But my favorite artist is Beyonce, so I love her.
Yeah.
I love pop music. Country music is also great. So, a lot of different genres.
Kevin's very eclectic. But I guess my question is, so tell us a little bit about how this opportunity came to be and what the experience was like.
Well, we are huge fans of the show. Last season, relatives of ours had an opportunity to participate on the show, and when casting came up, they reached out to me and asked if I would like to participate, and the first person I thought of was my best friend and my brother, Cameron.
Nice. That's awesome.
I picked him, and we went through the audition process. It was quite lengthy, but at the end, we ended up getting on the show.
That is so cool.
And then, so it's already taped. You can't tell us what happens.
Correct. You have to tune in tonight at 8 p.m. on Fox.
8 p.m. on Fox. I'm going to be watching for this. Although
8 p.m.
I'll be at the national. We have a national anthem contest. You should come out and compete in that too.
Oh yeah,
that's at 6 o'clock tonight at Babes. People competing to sing the national anthem in front of 40,000 people at the post-race party of the Boilermaker. Pretty excited about all of that, and that's tonight at Babes, 6 o'clock. Now. You're on at 8 o'clock at some point in that.
But you can watch on Hulu afterward.
8 o'clock hour. And does your brother have a different lineup of favorite music than you do, so the two of you balance out?
Actually, my brother is a worship leader at St. Matthew's Temple Church of God in Christ, and his knowledge of gospel music is immense.
Oh, so the gospel music.
Oh, yeah. Whenever I need some new gospel music, I go to my brother. We trade songs back and forth. He and I both are huge gospel fans of the Clark sisters. So those have been some of the influences that we listen to, and his knowledge on that end is way more extensive than mine.
Okay, all right.
So how does this game show work? As far I know, obviously, people who knows Shazam and the concept Beat Shazam is maybe self-explanatory, but take us through how the contest works.
You got to come up with it before the really AI comes up with it, before the app comes up with it. That's cool.
Right, yeah. You got to – technically, they want us to be faster than Shazam the machine, so we have to be pretty quick.
So you're competing against other people? Is that how it works? Because I've never seen it up to this point.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically, there are 3 teams of 2, and their first 2 rounds, everyone answers questions, makes as much money as they possibly can. At the end of the second round, one of the teams leaves, and then 2 teams battle it out. After 2 more rounds, then 1 more team goes on to face Shazam for $1 million.
For $1 million. Right,
we might be talking to a millionaire right now. We have no idea.
All right. Very cool. Well, we'll be watching tonight. And then if you win the $1 million, I have a couple of really cool projects I'm working on.
If you're looking for investments.
I'm looking for investors. I'm just saying. Not really. You never know. But listen, I hope you guys do really well, Kevin, and let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Well, awesome. I can't wait. Hopefully everybody tunes in. We want to make it the highest rated episode of the season. So Central New York, help us out with that one.
All right. We're going to be
tonight
watching.
At 8 o'clock, and then after that on Hulu. And then really quickly, where does this show shoot? Where does it film?
Actually, they film in Ireland. So we actually flew internationally for the first time going over there.
Wow.
So it was a really cool experience.
That's cool. How long was that flight? It had to be about 9 hours, 8 hours?
I think the flight was about 7 hours.
Okay. All right.
Not too bad.
Cool. All right. Well, listen, we'll be watching tonight. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right. Have a good day.
All right, Kevin. And
I'm really excited. I got to watch this show.
You can see some photos and full story about Kevin and Cameron's experience at WIBX950.com.
Okay, I have Larry saying, Bill, they did pick 3 numbers when you did the contest. So I will simply say that I was doing it wrong. So,
and listen, I didn't bring it up. I wasn't going to say anything. It was your mom who brought it up.
She did bring it up. No, you brought it up first. Then she brought it up.
I did not.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Anyway, so listen, it is what it is. It is, isn't it?
But listen, we had winners last week picking 3 numbers, and we had a winner this week picking
3.
1.
Whatever, Davey.
Because John called up and said he's alternating, changing the rules. He said, I did 3 last week.
He did. Okay. So there should be only 1.
Okay. Well,
because it's the way, otherwise your
odds are
all out of whack. I mean, it's got to be somewhat competitive. Believe me. Trust me. Hope we'll have a fit.
Well, listen, we've had winners both times.
Both times. So going forward, I don't care what it was, going forward, you get 1 number. And for God's sakes, it's a contest called Lawn or Lottery. There are clothespins in my mother's dryer. How serious are we going to take this, really? I don't know. The rules say that...
Well, listen, we've had people question, the free money question for years. Well, you didn't really exactly ask that question correctly.
I think they questioned one of yours on Friday I was reading on the app.
Yes, it was, because it was actually from Tim Reed. It was not when Hawaii became a state. It was when the star was added to the flag. Big difference.
Okay. Yep. The Move to Mazda sales event is up and rolling. And by the way, next hour, we're going to give you a chance to win an air conditioner in this heat. Friday, we'll give it away, and we have an awesome contest we're doing with it. In fact, the contest has a name. It's called...
It's a great name.
If you think Laundry Lottery's out there, It's the great name the exact temperature on the old Savings Bank of Utica weather line at exactly 7:20 a.m. on Friday.
Contest.
So on Friday, contest. So on Friday at 7:20 exactly, we'll do this. Sorry, it sounds weird, doesn't it?
All right. We also are giving away an oil change for the record, too.
Okay, listen to this.
A week of giveaways.
So then at 7:20, say it's 7:20, and you picked
by M&T Bank.
Our guy Don picked 69.
People everywhere are raising the green flag for more convenience on the go. Are you ready to join them? Stop by any M&T branch or visit mtb.com for details. M&T Bank time 7:27. Today's date is Tuesday, June 18th. The current temperature is 76 degrees Fahrenheit.
So actually, that's pretty. The time, not accurate.
The time is off by a half an hour.
Very, very accurate. Yeah.
You know, when daylight saving time comes into play, you move your clock forward a half an hour. How did it get there? It's clearly, they need to sync that thing up.
Yep.
Either way, it's the time we call it. No matter what the time they say, it's what the temperature is. That's Friday morning. We're giving away an air conditioner, and we'll take your temperature submission coming up next hour. We'll give you a chance to get in on it. The Move to Mazda sales event is underway. Ricky Z says, come on down and drive a new 2024 Mazda CX-30 Select Sport model for only $275 a month on a 36-month lease. Or save with low APR financing, 0%, 1.9%, 2.9%, or 3.9% on select award-winning new 2024 Mazdas. See the dealership for details. As they say, let's make your deal on a new Mazda. I love the CX. I had the CX-9 and then moved up to the CX-90. Both of those vehicles are wonderful.
It's sharp.
See the dealership that's achieved first place nationally in customer satisfaction, Steve Ponte Mazda, Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Can we talk a little bit about this weather we're dealing with?
Yes.
It is going to be hot. A lot of schools have already made a move. And this week, I think a lot of elementary schools, which are still in school, are letting out early today.
Yes.
Because
and when?
Because of the heat. Huh?
And when? They're going to be closing tomorrow. When
Wednesday, they will be, they'll be off Wednesday because of, what's the new holiday called? It's June 19th. Well,
Juneteenth is tomorrow, yes.
And that's tomorrow. So they're off anyway tomorrow, but today, Thursday, and Friday, and check your local school because many of them have done this. They're closing have a half day anyway. Most probably have a half day Friday anyway.
Yeah.
So this only affects today and Thursday.
And schools do not have central air. Most of them.
Most schools do not, and it can get pretty hot. All right, coming up next hour, much to get to. We have an author coming in studio who's local. Pretty excited about that. You'll recognize him. Coming up at WIBX.
Utica's first cannabis dispensary is local, licensed, and now open to all. Exit 31 Exotic is your home for edibles, flower, vapes, and all your cannabis needs. Visit Exit 31 Exotic at 255 Genesee Street or online at uticacannabisco.com.
For use only by adults 21 years of age or older. Keep out of reach of children and pets. In case of accidental ingestion or overconsumption, contact the National Poison Control Center hotline 1-800-222-1222 or call 911. Please consume responsibly. License number OCMCAURD 2400076.
Buy one, get one half off. I'm Bo going crazy. Now at my Carl's, when you buy one item, you get a second item for half off. Buy a sofa, get the mansion love seat half off. Buy a recliner, get a second recliner half off. The combinations are endless. Buy a mattress, get an adjustable base half off. Incredible. Plus no credit needed financing and fast delivery. So what are you waiting for? Get Bo going crazy. It's buy one, get one half off only at my Carl's.
Hey, if you have ugly yellow toe fungus, you gotta hear about the secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. It works from both the inside and the outside. Thousands of people are using it to get rid of their toe fungus. You can check it out at crystalflush.com. Jake started off with a small spot on his big toe and then it spread and got really bad. His toes were nasty. It was so embarrassing. He was afraid to take his socks off. He hid his yellow and crumbly toes from everyone. He tried everything to get rid of it. Nothing helped. And then we found crystalflush.com. It was the only thing that worked. In just a few weeks, his toes looked amazing. He's now walking around barefoot again. You guys need to try this. I'm telling you, this stuff is different. It's not sold in stores, but go check it out at crystalflesh.com. They'll even let you try it risk-free so you have nothing to lose. But whatever you do, don't let it get worse. You don't have to live with this anymore. Go check it out now. Just click over to Crystal Flesh.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
It'll allow more migrants who came to the U.S. illegally to stay here legally. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. An executive order President Biden will sign today
to mark the 12th anniversary of DACA, which was a program that let people who arrived here illegally as children stay. Now it is going to be people who arrive illegally as the spouse of a U.S. citizen apply to stay. There are some specific requirements, though. In addition to being married to a U.S. citizen, you have to have been in the U.S. for at least 10 years. And then if you're approved, you get 3 years to apply for permanent residency.
Fox's Peter Ducey at the White House. This order does not apply to those who came here in the recent record surge of illegal immigration. A law in Iowa set to take effect next month, aiming to deport some of them, has been blocked by a federal judge.
Challenged by the Department of Justice and civil rights groups that said it violated the federal government's sole authority over immigration. The so-called illegal reentry law is similar to an earlier Texas law, which was also blocked and would make it a state crime to enter Iowa after being deported from or denied entry to the U.S.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. Russia's president will be in North Korea today and tomorrow, thanking them for their help in Ukraine. The U.S. says North Korea has provided weapons and ammo. It's a good week to have air conditioning.
Record-breaking temperatures along with humidity, and we have heat advisories, heat warnings, from the Great Lakes all the way towards the Northeast.
Fox meteorologist Janice Dina could hit 95 degrees today in Pittsburgh and then get close to 100 in the coming days from D.C. to Maine. They're celebrating an NBA championship in Boston.
It's been a long time coming, and damn, it was worth it.
Jason Tatum scored 31 points, leading the Celtics to a win in Game 5 of the Finals, beating the Dallas Mavericks 106-88 on ABC. His teammate Jaylen Brown was named MVP.
I've been grateful for every moment, every opportunity. I never hug my head.
It is the Boston Celtics' 18th championship. That's an NBA record. America's listening to Fox News.
The best things in life, they come in twos. 2 scoops of ice cream, 2 tacos. And now for a limited time, get our best deal of the year. Buy any phone when you switch to Consumer Cellular and get 2 months of service free. That's right, the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage as Big Wireless, now with 2 months free. Proof the best things in life really do come in twos. Visit consumercellular.com or call 1-888-FREEDOM. Second and third month of monthly base service fee waived for new customers with the purchase of a phone and activation by July 31st, 2024. Taxes, fees, and third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
A violent crime is committed every 24 seconds. The U.S. Concealed Carry Association exists to provide you with firearms education, training, and access to self-defense liability insurance. So when trouble comes, you'll be ready. Over 800,000 Americans trust the USCCA, and right now, there's an exclusive, limited-time offer for radio listeners. Go to defendfamily.com to get a free family defense guide, a survival secrets training video from a retired FBI agent, and see all the benefits of membership. Go to defendfamily.com now.
Well, the day before issuing the immigration executive order, President Biden met with NATO's leader at the White House, saying they've deterred Russian aggression.
And we strengthened NATO's eastern flank, making it clear that we'll defend every single inch of NATO territory.
And the president touted the NATO allies have been spending more on their defense.
Before Russia sent tanks and troops across the border with Ukraine, just 6 of NATO's 32 members were spending at least 2% of GDP on defense, the target figure for the alliance. Now a record 23 allies are on track to meet that pledge.
Allies are buying more and more equipment from the U.S., so NATO is good for U.S. security, but NATO is also good for U.S. jobs.
NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg speaking alongside President Biden in the Oval Office. Stoltenberg is meeting with U.S. leaders ahead of the NATO summit next month in Washington. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
A lot of marijuana convictions have gone to pot in Maryland.
Nearly 2 years after the state legalized the use of recreational marijuana, Maryland's Governor Wes Moore signs an executive order pardoning more than 175,000 convictions on low-level charges related to cannabis use.
This is about changing how both government and society view those who have been walled off from opportunity because of broken and uneven policies.
Stressing this aims to heal social and economic disparities for communities of color estimated to impact about 100,000 people, the majority for misdemeanor offenses like possession. While the pardons won't lead to anyone getting out of jail or remove convictions from records, those pardoned can apply to a state court to have their records expunged. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
We'll get a key report on the economy this hour, measuring our shopping retail sales for May. Ahead of that, on Wall Street, stock futures are mixed the morning after the Nasdaq's 6th straight record close. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM News Time, 8:05. I'm Andrew Derminio. We're at 75 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Your full weather forecast is coming up. This update brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Air conditioners and fans will be working overtime today as high temperatures once again impact central New York. A heat advisory is scheduled to go into place today at noon in several counties and last through Thursday at 8 p.m. Forecasters predict the heat index may rise above 100 degrees during that time period, which may put people at risk for heat-related illnesses. Symptoms include headache, dizziness, muscle spasms, and skin bumps. State police are revealing the results of their latest statewide crackdown on seatbelt usage. Troopers say there were over 112,000 tickets issued between May 20th and June 2nd, and more than 15,000 of them were for improper seatbelt use and child restraint violations. Other tickets were handed out for speeding, distracted driving, and also impaired driving. There were more than 83,000 tickets issued during the same campaign last year. The third Reimagine St. Luke's community meeting is set for June 26th. Oneida County Executive Anthony Picenti stresses the significance of public engagement for the site's future success. The third community visioning workshop will take place from 7 to 8:30 p.m. in the SOGS room of the Mohawk Valley Health System Center for Rehabilitation and Continuing Care Services at 1650 Champlain Ave on the former St. Luke's campus. The event is hosted by Oneida County, Mohawk Valley Edge, MVHS, and the town of New Hartford. A man drowned in a lake in upstate New York after his keys fell into the water and he tried to retrieve them. Police say 44-year-old Anthony Davis was fishing with two other men in Oneida Lake in the town of Hastings just before 10 a.m. Sunday when Davis's keys fell in the water. Davis went into the water to try to get the keys but could not make it back to land. Oswego County Sheriff's Office Lieutenant Andrew Boucher said one of the other men, 42-year-old Waddy Cappers, went into the water to get Davis but was unable to get back to land. Personnel from several local police and fire departments arrived and tried to rescue the two men. One was pulled from the water and was listed as stable at a local hospital. That was Cappers. But unfortunately, Davis was pulled from the water by a diver by the Breweton Fire Department and taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. And anyone who lives in the Bay Area knows it's expensive, but only one city is ranked as having the least affordable housing market in the nation, and that goes to San Jose. A new report shows it also comes in fifth in the world last year. San Francisco makes the list as well, named the third least affordable nationwide after Los Angeles. So the result of that, California is one expensive place to live. It is 8:08. Your weather forecast is brought to you by Adirondack Home Furniture.
Here's the latest from the WIBX Weather Center. Clouds and some sun this morning with some clouds this afternoon. A stray shower or thunderstorm possible. High 95. Tonight, mostly clear, low 71. Tomorrow, more sunshine, some clouds and a possible thunderstorm, and again, a hot day, high 94. I'm Mike Johnson for WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Right now, we're at 75 degrees under partly cloudy skies. It's 8:08. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43, local contractors. Well, the Boston Celtics are once again sitting alone atop the mountain. The C's took down the Mavericks 106-88 to win Game 5 of the NBA Finals and clinch their 18th championship. Boston moves past the Los Angeles Lakers for the most titles in league history. Two of baseball's biggest stars lead Phase 1 of All-Star fan voting. Yankees slugger Aaron Judge has the most votes with 1,366,315, while Phillies star Bryce Harper is second with 1,110,562. Speaking of baseball, the New York Yankees are about to get their ace back. Reigning American League Cy Young Award winner Garrett Cole will make his season debut when the Yanks host the Baltimore Orioles for their Game 2 of the series tomorrow. Cole began the season on the injured list with nerve irritation and edema in his right elbow before making 3 rehab starts in the minors. He allowed 2 runs, one of them earned with 19 strikeouts across 12 1/3 inning. The 33-year-old will replace Cody Poteet's spot in the rotation. And, Davey, I don't know about you. I think that's a mistake. I think you leave Poteet in and maybe take Nestor out and put him in the relief position and then send one of those relievers back on down to the minor leagues. The Mets, meanwhile, continued their hot streak with a 6th straight win after blowing out the Texas Rangers 14-2. What happened to the Mets? They are on a hot streak. Just like this heat wave, Bill.
I don't want to do a I told you so. Mm-hmm. But since the beginning of the season, as bad as they've been, and Larry, you know I've been saying this, and Davey, you know I've been saying this, this team is a phenomenal team that has been put together. They just have not gelled. They're playing terribly. And the pitching needs to settle down, and they got to start hitting. And look at what has happened.
Well, they're still 4th in the NL East.
Doesn't matter. We're on the road back.
Their way back to 500.
I mean, I think they're
34-37.
Yeah, I don't know how many games they've won in a row now. Is it 8? 6 games in a row. They've won 8 out of their last 10. They got to keep this going, though.
They have the Yankees next week.
It's going to be very interesting. Those are always fun games, Davey.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we make a wager. No, I don't know about that. And finally, the Knicks are likely to reunite.
Shave my head.
There you go. I like that, bet.
Feel free.
The Knicks are likely to reunite with one of their midseason acquisitions. According to Hoops Hype, New York is expected to re-sign OG Anunoby despite interest from teams like the 76ers and OKC Thunder. A pair of general managers suggested Anunoby could make $35 million annually, but giving out a max deal would be tough because of his injury-prone history. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM News Time, 8:12.
I was looking up the other day what Vegas would pay if you put a $100 bet down on the Mets to win the World Series.
And?
Last week, at the beginning of last week, it was at $20,000. We'll pay $20,000.
I know you're tempted, or you're waiting.
I don't know what it is now. I don't know. I'll check and see what it is now. But that's... and I'm not saying the Mets are going to win. I'm just saying my call has been the same. They're going to make the playoffs, and that's pretty easy feat these days. Okay, couple things. Last night during the Mets game, the Mets-Rangers game in Texas, a mariachi band was shown performing for the crowd. Boy, we should have Kevin QJ Curtis on, right?
Yes.
Is Kevin? What's his brother's name?
Cameron.
Yes. And their last name is Curtis. And they're on the show on Fox
Cameron
tonight.
Jennings. They've got 2 different last names.
They're on the show tonight on Fox at 8 p.m. Check it out. Anyway, what's the name of this song? Do you know?
Let's make our escape, so let's go there. Ask can we stay? Can you take me?
Comes easy.
Higher by Cream.
It's a mariachi band, though, playing this.
That's awesome.
They're out there with their sombreros.
This was at what game?
It was in the Mets game last night.
That's awesome.
Which was at, of course, in Texas. That's that woman. This is interesting. A young woman who does stunts for social media set out to become the first person ever in the world to complete a full marathon running inside a Taco Bell. She did it on a treadmill, and she did it. Here she is, saying how long it took her to get it done.
I want to be the first person in history to do a marathon at Taco Bell. I brought my own treadmill and filled my water bottle up with Baja Blast. I kept eating yummy food and drinking my Baja Blast while I blast my way to the finish line. After 10 hours and 3 minutes, 26.3 miles, and 58,000 steps, I am extremely proud to say that I am the first person in history to do a marathon at Taco Bell.
Well, there you go.
Oh my God.
Davey, we're doing a contest here this morning. It is called... Name the exact temperature on the old Savings Bank of Utica weather line at exactly 7:20 a.m. Friday.
Contest.
So we're giving away an air conditioner in this heat. When prompted, listeners call in to the... I'm reading the rules. When prompted, listeners call in to the Keeler Show from Tuesday June 18th, until Thursday, June 20th, and guess the exact temperature, predict, on the now M&T Bank weather line, which is 315-797-6111, at exactly 7:20 a.m. on Friday, June 21st. Only one person per degree, the person who guesses correctly, wins a window air conditioner from WIBX. And, by the way, the winning temperature is the temperature given when we call at exactly 7:20 a.m. according to WIBX time on Friday. If the time on the recording is wrong...
Irrelevant.
That's irrelevant.
Yep.
So, Davey, I'll take a few callers right now. 315-736-0186. You get to pick the temperature that you believe it's going to be, and I really firmly believe the earlier you get in on this contest, the better your chances and odds are going to be that you can win. So Don in New York Mills has already taken 69. Call right now to qualify to win the air conditioner right now at 315-736-0186. Do you know who's 82 years old today?
William Shatner.
Paul McCartney.
Oh, yes.
Is
Paul
82.
McCartney. I should know because we share a birthday. Paul McCartney and Blake Shelton are celebrating today.
Andrew also celebrating a birthday today. Here's just a small sample of the great music he's given throughout his career. Here we go.
1, 2, 3. I saw her standing there. She loved you, yeah. Was a day tripper. Makes my back right side. Hey, Jude. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Get back to where you once belonged.
Get back to the
USSR. It was 20 years ago today. Sergeant Pepper told the band to play. Live and let die. For the band on the run. Baby, I'm a man. Baby, I'm a lonely man who's in the middle of something. Say it's your birthday.
82 years old. Hard to believe. It is incredible when you think about the amazing music produced by Paul McCartney.
Oh, my
All right,
God,
let me get through these callers ready to take a shot here. Is this Mary Ann? Hi, who's this?
John.
Hi, John.
There you go.
Okay. John, what's your temperature prediction for Friday?
75.
You're going to say 75.
Yep. It was 74 on my way to work this morning.
Okay.
Oh, this is John in Bridgewater.
John in Bridgewater. Okay, stand by. Davey's gonna make sure we have all your information.
What did he say? He said 74?
75 is his
75.
temperature. Okay, thanks, John. Here is Rob Connor. Rob, good morning.
Hey, Bill. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Where are you calling from, Rob?
New York Mills.
Okay.
And what temperature are you? What are you predicting?
It's 71.
71. Okay. That's a good guess.
Nice, Rob.
All right, stand by. This is for an air conditioner. Hi, good morning. Who is this?
Christine in Whitesboro.
Christine in Whitesboro. All right, Christine, what do you say?
72 degrees.
72. I like that one. All right, stand by. Davey's
1 degree, Bob.
Just get your information. This is to win an air conditioner. Here is this Ed?
This is Tammy.
Hi, Tammy. Where are you calling from?
Whitesboro.
In Whitesboro. All right. What temperature are you giving us?
72.
Somebody just picked 72.
Yes, pick something else.
Okay, 73.
73 is yours. Okay. Stand by. Davey's going to
Imagine if it's 73, Christine will be very unhappy and Tammy will be very happy.
And here's Donna. Hi, Donna. Good morning.
Hi, Andrew.
Oh, hi.
It's Andrew's birthday. Yes.
Happy birthday, Andrew.
Thank you, Donna.
I say it's going to be 72.
72 is taken.
All
71,
right.
72, and 73 and 75 are taken already.
71, 72, 70. So 74.
74, that's a good guess. Now, I got to tell you, remember, the forecast right now is calling for cooler temperatures. A little bit cooler on Friday, like 87 or 85. Yeah.
But if you're doing it between 6 and 9 in the morning.
Yeah, I think it's going to be warm. I think you're right. All right, stand by. Davey's going to hook you up here. And, Davey, I can't take any more after these two. You've got two here? Let me take this one. Hi, who are you?
Mike and Skyler. I guess the temperature.
Okay, what do you think?
I think 76.
76.
Wow,
Okay, that's available.
So despite the forecast of it being a little cooler, people are still.
Say. All right, stand by, Mike. And then one more we'll squeeze in. Hi, who is this?
Dale.
Hey, Dale. Where are you calling from?
Utica.
All right, Dale in Utica. What temperature do you say?
70 degrees?
You know, I got to tell you something.
70 is available.
Nobody had picked 70 except for you.
Yeah,
you got it. It's yours.
I think the low is like 66, I think.
Yeah, I got to say. I mean, don't forget the 60s here. Okay, stand by, and I think 70 is a good choice. Davey's going to hook you up, and I've got everybody. So Dale in Utica, Mike and Skyler, Donna, Tammy in Whitesboro, Christine in Whitesboro, Rob Connor in New York Mills, John in Bridgewater, and Don in New York Mills. All are in with the new
69 through 76.
Brand new contest, and I promise you, no one else in the world has ever done this contest before. It's the great Name the exact temperature on the old Savings Bank of Utica weather line at exactly 7:20 a.m. Friday. You know the one where you call 797-6111. Savings Bank of Utica time is
the avoid giving somebody your actual number telephone line.
yeah. Let me tell you something. The other thing is that the time is wrong on the recording.
So I'm glad that you made that distinction.
So what counts is the time that we call.
Yes.
It'll be exactly 7:20 according to WIBX time. All right. We'll do this again either later or tomorrow and Wednesday as well. You get a chance to get in on the winning here. Quick break. I don't know. Grab Wendy's pick, I guess, if she's already on the line. However you want to do it, Davey. We have a special guest coming in. John Swan is next on WIBX.
This is Bill Cole from Gates Cole Insurance. Finding insurance coverage can be an overwhelming undertaking. As your local independent insurance company, we work hard for you to get the best coverage.
My name's Timothy Dean. I'm from Tabor, New York. We had a house fire. Got a phone call at 3 o'clock in the morning. My house was fully involved. That morning at 6 o'clock, I called. Leslie was my agent, and within a matter of 20 minutes, the agent had called me, and within a matter of 2 hours, the agent was on scene, assisting me with whatever I needed, and Gates Cole went above and beyond. I would highly recommend Gates Cole Insurance to anyone for the customer service that they have provided for me during not only my fire, but also for all my business needs.
This is Tom Cole. For insurance for your home, auto, business, and just about everything else, trust your local independent insurance agency. Gates Cole Insurance. We'll take care of you.
Go BOGO crazy at My Carl's. Buy one, get one half off. The combinations are endless. In stock, fast delivery, plus no credit needed financing. Go BOGO today only at My Carl's and the new Hartford Shopping Center.
Hey there, it's Andrew from WIBX. If you're facing excruciating pain, whether it be carpal tunnel, knee pain, back pain, whatever it is, there is a revolutionary technology that has arrived in Utica. Forget the injections, forget surgery. Try Revive Softwave Therapy on Genesee Street in Utica. This brand new treatment will help you. It's got a 90% success rate, and it's with Dr. Tim Del Medico. For more information, visit reviveutica.com. That's reviveutica.com.
Hi, I'm Cesar Milan. People are always commenting on how healthy my dogs are. One of the reasons is the food my dogs eat.
Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend is a premium freeze-dried raw dog food designed to support your dog's health, happiness, and lifespan. Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of cod Krispies. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511.
Your order is back with a 90-day guarantee.
All dogs are unique. Your dog results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
Rodney Atkins, June 20th, 7:30 p.m. at the Stanley Theater. Get your tickets now at the Stanley Theater box office or online at thestanley.org.
Don't overpay for your next mattress. Only Mattress Express has our brand name low price guarantee. When you buy a mattress at Mattress Express, if you see it advertised locally in the next 30 days for less, we simply refund the difference. Do not overpay.
Don't risk losing the trusted news, traffic, sports, and weather you get from AM radio stations. It's time to make your voice heard. We need Congress to pass the AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act to keep AM radio in cars. When internet and cell services are out, AM could be your only lifeline. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress to pass this critical legislation now.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Adirondack Home Furniture knows that when it comes to outdoor furniture, you want something that's comfortable, durable, and stylish. That's why Polywood is the perfect choice. Polywood furniture is made from high-quality materials that are weather-resistant and easy to clean. Plus, each piece is designed with comfort and style in mind, so you can enjoy your outdoor space like never before. Whether you're looking for classic Adirondack chairs, stylish dining sets and sofas, or a beautiful fire pit, Polywood has everything you need to create the perfect outdoor oasis. So why wait? Transform your outdoor space into a place of relaxation, fun, and style with Polywood furniture at Adirondack Home Furniture. Stop in and explore their large selection of Polywood pieces and take one home today. Adirondack Home Furniture does custom orders, delivery, and setup. Stop in today and explore the world of Polywood. Adirondack Home Furniture in the former Riverside Mall, North Utica, or at AdirondackHomeFurniture.com.
Hey, listen, if you're looking for flooring, and Sarah's Flooring Outlet is the area's leading flooring store for anything that is flooring, from carpeting, linoleum, hardwoods. Maybe you want that the manufactured flooring, like the incredible Pergo Extreme by Mohawk, which is just a better product, deeper protection, a deeper warranty. It's 100% dent-proof, waterproof, kid-proof, pet-proof. It is an amazing product. Tile, whatever flooring you're looking for, they have the largest selection in all of Central New York. And with Pergo Extreme, you get the 60-mile price guarantee. It's a 60-mile radius of the store. You're guaranteed the perfect price. In sarahsflooringoutlet.com, where you can get a $50 off coupon, and you get 6 months interest-free financing right now. They will take care of you when it comes to flooring. At Sarah's Flooring Outlet, Route 49 Plaza, River Road, Marcy, and online in sarahsflooringoutlet.com.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, let's check it out here. See where we are right now.
Brought to you by M&T Bank. Understanding what's important. Raise the green flag for more convenience. Stop by any M&T Bank branch for details. M&T Bank time, 7:59.
Screwed up.
Today's date is Tuesday, June 18th. The current temperature is 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Thank you for calling.
All right, it's already 77. It's warming up. So now, when we call that number at 7:20 on Friday morning, if it matches your prediction of a temperature, you win the air conditioner.
We should call tomorrow at 7:20 and Thursday at 7:20.
Just to see what it's like at 7:20? Okay. Maybe by tomorrow, somebody let M&T know they got to fix their clock on this thing. And Mike says...
We'll get on that.
And by the way, they should be paying for this contest.
Yeah, we should have.
We
don't pay for the call or the information.
I'll get yelled at for that because we didn't inform sales. But I came up with the idea at like 9:30 last night. Those are always the best ideas. Mike says, when I was a kid, they would say, and I remember this, it was a guy that would do it, and he did them all over the country. Every market had one of these.
Yes.
And it was a guy that would do it.
Welcome to M&T Bank. It's like deep
it
voice.
was Gold Dome time, 7:35. Temperature, 69 degrees.
Yeah.
He would kind of do it like that. In studio right now is John Swan. John, good morning to you.
Good morning. That doesn't exactly build confidence in the temperature reading, the fact that the time's not right.
Well, the date was right, and the temperature is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
So it's really not even what's the exact temperature in reality. It's
guessing what they're going to say.
The old savings bank say.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because we're looking at right now, it really doesn't matter what the temperature is.
No.
It matters what they're going to say.
Right.
Yeah. So our temperature right now, as I'm trying to get Wi-Fi, it's correct. I've got 77 right now. And they said 77.
Feels like 77 outside.
It's crazy, isn't it? Well, it's just, it is like, even we love to sit outside and watch TV and we have a little screen room, and it's too hot. Like last night was just too hot.
I was just in Texas. It's like that there.
All the time.
Yeah.
And, Florida, we don't go to Florida during these months because it's so hot.
Although Texas can get cold, from
it
what
can.
I've heard.
Well, Texas has had a few of those really weird winters where they got hit hard, right?
Ice storms. Yeah.
They had no idea how to, they weren't able to handle it like we handle it because they normally don't deal with the freezing, pipes bursting. Right. They had a big problem. Okay, John is now an author. John Swan, I used to listen to here on this station years ago.
When you were a child growing up.
When I was a child, yeah, that's right. I was in 4th grade, I believe. And you were on WETR as well.
That's right.
And so you're a longtime media guy. Thank
you for not saying old media guy.
Well, no, just long time.
Long time. That's
are you now retired?
Yeah. I'm a writer now full time.
Now you're a writer full time.
So I don't know if that's retired or not. But
I love that.
Yeah.
So what inspires you to write? Do you do anything special? I know you're wearing a beret, which is really nice.
Yeah, that's not inspirational. That just
isn't at all.
Cover my ugly head.
Okay.
Well,
you need it today. I mean, that sun's hot.
Yeah, I don't want to scare people, especially on YouTube.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
And I can switch. There you are. On YouTube. Okay. So what does inspire you?
All kinds of things. People say you sit down and you look at a blank screen or a blank piece of paper and wait for something to happen. But in my case, I was inspired by a lifelong love for mystery and detective fiction. It's like the stories we tell each other, even the stories that you tell your listeners. What's the number one big story that you want to tell people? Somebody got killed last night.
Right.
And it's Fred Smith. So then the number one question is,
who done it?
Who done it?
Who done it?
And who's Fred Smith?
And who was Fred
Smith? Yeah.
And it's always the wife. I just feel like
with poison.
They begin by beating you up emotionally for years and years.
Yeah.
And then
it's a slow and painful death.
Poor Fred.
It's like a slow drip.
Yeah. Was it Colonel Mustard in the library with the candlestick?
He used to have such confidence. But then, Mabel came along and everything changed.
It's the backstory, right?
It is. It's always the backstory.
So I'm just a little piece of that notion, and I'm doing a presentation at the Utica Library Thursday, 6 o'clock. And I'll have you know that it is a designated cooling center.
Oh.
Yeah, see?
Oh, that's cool.
Do we have that? I know that in the wintertime when it's really cold, you have to let people in by law, I believe, in New York State.
Right.
You got to bring them in. Do we have the same thing with the heat? Probably not.
I don't know. I'm not in charge of that.
Good point.
Yeah, I'm just in charge of the book.
Tell me about this book.
So this book is the first in a series. When I was a kid, I became enamored of Charlie Chan films that were on local television where I grew up. And through the films, I got to know the author, not personally, but got to know his work. He had done 6 Charlie Chan novels in the 20s and 30s, but died very young. And I often thought to what if there was a 7th? What if his novelization of the character continued? And so that's the first project I undertook when I started writing. And on Thursday, I'm going to put that in context. The presentation is Charlie Chan at 100. Detective fiction's wisest.
He would be 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first publication
would be 100.
Would be 100 next year, next January. Right. And so copies of the book will be for sale after the presentation. I'll sign them, and a portion of the proceeds will be donated to the library, which is graciously hosting us.
You look like an author now.
Really? I never know what it. Are you one of those people who get the book and then you look in the back to see if there's an author photo and you're like, ooh, doesn't look.
This is an author 30 years ago.
Yeah, because I always do that, and it's like it's like the radio face, right? Do you look like what you sound like on the radio?
It's like some real estate headshots.
Do you look like a realtor?
Yeah.
Do you look like the position that you hold? And a lot of times it's surprising.
Yeah.
I don't think you are, though. You look like an author.
Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
What is so this one is out now.
This one is out now.
I'm assuming there's going to be a series of these books.
Second one is coming up later this year. and will continue the storyline, right, begun by the author, Earl Durr Biggers. And it will look at Chan as Biggers did, not just as a sort of stereotypical character in the movies, with fortune cookie aphorisms, but really as this caught between two cultures figure who's also really steeped in Asian ancient wisdom, right? So you get this deeper character, not just a whodunit. And that's part of my interest in the whole thing, is that particularly today, immigration, different cultures, the other. Who's the villain in a story like this? It's usually somebody who's not like the good guy.
Right.
And Chan went against the grain because the Asian characters in fiction and popular culture, when Biggers was writing, they were all villains. Fu Manchu, evil Asian. And Biggers said, what if I took an Asian character and made it the hero?
Right.
Yeah. So that resonates, and that's why I think Chan is a continually interesting character on a lot of fronts.
For so many years in this country, the Asians were the joke.
Right.
And they were, and oftentimes we're watching who's the guy that played Chocolate Factory?
Gene Wilder.
So there's a documentary that we found, I believe it's Netflix. And it's the story of Gene Wilder, who passed away, I don't know, maybe
just a few years
7 or 8
ago,
years ago, something like that, not too long ago. But I never
married to Gilda Radner.
Married to Gilda Radner, who sadly died way young. In her 40s, died of breast cancer. But I kind of I never was a big fan of Gene Wilder. But when you give him another look, you realize, because he was an awkward lead man. He wasn't your typical Hollywood lead man. And in fact, I think in the very beginning, when he was first cast in his first movie, there was a debate over it because you got to get somebody else. He doesn't look like a lead man.
Doesn't look the type.
But anyway, we're watching some of his older movies, 60s, 70s, and they'd be like regular American white guys playing the Chinese. So they pull the eyes, and
Mel Brooks. And,
and actually Mel Brooks is the one who discovered Gene Wilder. You got to watch this documentary. It's really,
Sounds
really
interesting.
Good. Nonetheless, though, it's funny how, as we were watching last night, my wife and I both were like, "Oh, I can't believe they're doing this." Because you wouldn't do it today.
Well,
you use an Asian to play an Asian. You
watch Breakfast at Tiffany's again sometimes,
right? All of those.
Or The King and I, Yul Brynner. He was not Asian.
So interesting. I'm assuming the second is coming along. This is your new. You're talking about a series here.
Yeah, this is a thing. Paul Buckley has already asked me about the film rights. He wants to do a Charlie Chan
think about that
movie in Utica.
That'd
really
be nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, I love it.
He's got the hookups.
Anything else you want to add? Obviously the Utica Library,
Thursday,
Public
6
Library.
p.m.
Okay.
Love to see folks there.
Come out.
Yep.
Get the book.
Portion of the proceeds go to the library. Glad to do it. And thank you to the library for hosting.
Great facility.
Yes.
That library is really just
beautiful.
Incredible. So,
and thanks for the time.
All right, John, as always, can I ask you before you go?
Sure.
Yesterday we had Donna Donovan on.
Yes.
And you are you're a bit of a historian. You've spent a lot of time in media here, a lot of time in this community, working in, whether it be a college or working with the community foundation, all the things that you have done, you've done an awful lot. And now you're living your dream as an author. But are you alarmed a bit? And I wrote a piece yesterday that really was critical of us, ourselves, because we no longer have the news department that once existed when you were here.
Right.
And, there was a sister, it wouldn't be a sister, a competing station, WTLB at the time, which had a full news staff.
Yep.
I mean, the world was so different. Full-time newspaper, 2 in Utica. The Valley had 2 newspapers. Rome had a newspaper. You had, I guess, basically my takeaway from Donna's conversation yesterday is that local news is dead. Do you feel that way? Do you fear that?
Well, first of all, I think I'm really grateful that I got to come here from the Midwest when I did and work at what I think of as the tail end of this particular type of, the golden age of local news production and consumption. Because like you said, the 2 daily newspapers, the radio stations, TOB, WIBX, WRUN, even WOUR, everybody had somebody who did news, and even the people who worked at the stations who didn't do news full time chipped in. So there was this, it was
a
just
staff.
incredible.
Yeah.
And all of that competition, just hourly competition. So the end result, of course, is a public that was just had its choice, had
Many
so
choices.
much choice.
Yeah.
I don't think it's dead. I think that we're going through, we're not.
It's dead as we knew it.
We're not used to, right? And so if you look at a longer snapshot, it wasn't always like that in the preceding 20 years before I came here or the 20 years before that. It's ups and downs, and now we're having to get used to different ways of obtaining information.
And I think that competition you speak of drove people's motivations to do better, do more, look to find the better story.
I do think there still is competition. Obviously, there still is competition, but it is different and not like it was before.
You have to go hunt for information now. Donna I heard part of the interview. Donna was saying, I live in New Hartford. I don't know where to go. Well, you have to go to social media, and then you have to figure out which channel do I think is more trustworthy,
or even which person,
which medium, and all of that was sort of pre-vetted for you to some extent with the era that we are talking about.
Yeah.
That part is gone. Now you have to do more work.
And listen, we both worked in electronic media. Yep. And I don't want to be that guy that, but I kind of did in this story. Which is an opinion piece for
the guy on the porch, railing at the back in my day.
I don't want to be that guy. Get your ball off my yard.
Get off my lawn.
But the reality is that newspapers always had the staff, TV, radio. We always had people in the newsroom, and integrity was always important, and I hope that it still is important. I think it is, but in newspaper, there was years and years of infrastructure.
Oh, yeah.
And you had an editor and a publisher,
right.
And they had meetings to determine. That just wasn't the same in electronic media, which is why the newspaper always got the nod for, if it's in black and white, it's the gospel.
Yeah, because it was preserved. Yes. It was the record, the record, the newspaper of record. And broadcasting was always ephemeral, right? There it is. Nobody was sitting around recording. Most people weren't. Right. Recording broadcasts and preserving them for posterity.
Right.
But newspapers were always considered part of that historical record. So they did have a special status.
And officially part of the record.
Yes.
Each city.
Public notices.
So my fear is that even now at the newspapers, they don't have that. And you can tell by the errors in the newspaper and online. They don't have that infrastructure. Clearly, we don't have that infrastructure. We have fewer people working here than used to. So I think we're all in an area where, man, you got to double check things on your own to be able to determine. We just had this debate over what's real and do you believe what the people are telling us, what the government is telling us. We're in that mode today where people don't believe anymore, and you really have to dig deep to find the truth.
Donna did say one thing, or agreed with one thing, which you posited that's very important. There are a lot of communities this size, and some of them all over the country, that aren't fortunate enough to have a heritage family-owned newspaper like the Rome Sentinel.
Yeah.
And if we did not have that, they're making investments in local news coverage that if that were absent, it would be even...
It would be even worse.
Yes.
And she's absolutely right. Locally owned is the reason why it's still here. Yep. Family operated.
Yep.
So that's a real big deal. All right. Great conversation, John. Thank you, as always.
Thank you. Great to see you both.
Glad to see you now. Not only are an author, but look like one, too.
I'll treasure that.
Authentic.
I like it. All right. Quick break. We'll come back here. Hold tight to WIBX.
Hi, I'm Cesar Milan. People are always commenting on how happy and healthy my dogs are. One of the reasons is the food my dogs eat.
Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend is a premium freeze-dried raw dog food designed to support your dog's health, happiness, and lifespan.
Their joints are more flexible, their teeth are cleaner, and their coats shinier, and why they seem more youthful even as they age.
I'm veterinarian Dr. Marty Goldstein. I've helped countless dogs thrive with one simple concept. Your dog needs a high-meat diet, simple similar to what their ancestors ate in the wild.
Dr. Marty created Nature's Blend using 50 years of nutritional research and experience, helping dogs make incredible turnarounds. Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of Cod Crispies, their wild-caught, ultra-crunchy cod skin treats. Go to drmartypets.com/deal or text DEAL to 511-511.
Your order is backed with a 90-day guarantee.
All dogs are unique. Your dog results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
The Utica Center for Development wants you to join the City of Utica's Independence Day Parade, sponsored by Mastrovito Hyundai. Register for the parade, have fun, build a float, or just walk and show community support on July 4th. To register for the parade or to be a vendor for the 4th of July party in the park, sign up today at ucdevelopment.org. The City of Utica parades are brought to you by the Utica Center for Development, Mastrovito Hyundai, Bank of Utica, and Save the Day Foundation.
A violent crime is committed every 24 seconds. The U.S. Concealed Carry Association exists to provide you with firearms education, training, and access to self-defense liability insurance, so when trouble comes, you'll be ready. Over 800,000 Americans trust the USCCA, and right now, there's an exclusive, limited-time offer for radio listeners. Go to defendfamily.com to get a free family defense guide, a survival secrets training video from a retired FBI agent, and see all the benefits of membership. Go to defendfamily.com now.
Go BOGO crazy at My Carl's. Buy one, get one half off. The combinations are endless. In stock, fast delivery, plus no credit needed financing. Go BOGO today only at My Carl's and the new Hartford Shopping Center.
If you're looking for flooring, boy, do I have the perfect place for you. This is Bill Keeler, and I highly recommend in Sarah's Flooring Outlet, the area's leading flooring store. They have the absolute largest inventory in Central New York, and it's a brand new store at the Route 49 Plaza in Marcy. And if you're looking for Pergo Extreme, they have a price guarantee anywhere in the area within a 60-mile radius of their store. It's a pretty awesome deal, and you know you're going to get the best deal at Insera's. Log on to their website at InserasFlooringOutlet.com and sign up to save $50 off your next purchase of $500 or more. You can shop online or in the store. You will not find a better selection than Insera's Flooring Outlet. See why more people buy from the big store. Its selection, its price, and it's a 6-month interest-free financing. Log on to the website, InserasFlooringOutlet.com, and see for yourself or visit their store. Insera's Flooring Outlet, Route 49 Plaza, River Road in Marcy.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Hey, I got to say the number one independent real estate agency in all of Central New York is River Hills Properties. The number one mailer of direct mail is Andrew Dominio from River Hills Properties. River Hills.
Do you get those, Melo?
Oh, I do.
River.
I'm on your list.
River Hills. Andrew uses the Lulapola technique, and that is, it's a little different, but the technique is go to the company that you work at, steal their mailing list, and mail to everybody.
That's what I did.
Taxpayer dollars not used.
When I was running for office, that's what I did. I stole everyone else's list.
Yeah, you got to take everybody's.
Worked out well.
Merge them together, and you got a list and a half. Anyway, River Hills Properties does more. The services provided, they just do more. The book, the fact that your listing agent is there every time the house is shown. Bill and Robin Monjo and nearly 40 listing agents that are out there ready to serve you with offices in Barneville, Little Falls, Rome, and Utica. They now have a brand new TV show. Look for this week's episode 11. It is sold in upstate New York, airs Saturdays at 2 p.m. and Sundays 8 a.m. and 11 p.m. on Fox TV. So check that out.
Awesome show.
This week's going to be amazing, and we're going to tie it into something we're going to do with Fountainhead. We'll explain as we get closer. In studio right now is Melo Testa. Melo, good morning.
Good morning.
I have a bunch of comments that I want to get to that a lot of people have piped in. We'll do that coming up.
I didn't say nothing yet.
But you haven't said anything, so we're going to go to you first.
Just wait.
What's your current take on the city of Utica, where we currently stand? There are a few little controversies out there. What do you think?
Just a few. I think what's being done now needs to be done, like it or not.
Including the tax increase?
Yeah. I no one wants to see their taxes increase, but it was needed.
Yeah.
And he's tackling things as they come his way, and I see good things.
Have you held any family picnics in the alleyway in Franklin Square?
No, I don't think so.
Anytime soon?
No. After hearing about it, I had to go take a look myself, and I have to agree with you.
It's ugly.
I don't even want to drive by there, let alone walk through it.
I know. It isn't even about, I mean, for some it's been about safety, and some of those panels have fallen off the roof.
Yeah.
The wall.
The wall is the top tier,
the top tier of the wall. But to me, it's just...
that building has been an issue
for a long time. Yeah.
I mean, Melo Subs originally was there on that corner, and after that fire, that building really... it took on a life of its own, but there's a lot of problems there.
Yeah.
And it's you can make it look pretty with a nice mural, but if it's not structurally sound, then
you got a problem.
That's an issue.
Yeah.
And just for the record, I did reach out to her, being Katie Aiello, one last time yesterday and got no response, which is always pleasant. But I just said, listen, last time I'm going to ask, you want to come on? You want to talk about this? You want to... make your position known, why you are standing firm on this, and why you supported it. Come on, and if not,
to be honest with you, I am disappointed because in the past we've been able to talk about complete streets, and a lot of people thought that was just a debacle.
Indeed,
the rollout was awful.
It was terrible.
And even though we disagreed with her, she still was willing to come on. And I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. I just think it's ugly, and I don't think it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit the look of that area of downtown.
I blame that on, and I hate to keep.
I know where you're going, and I agree.
The previous administration allowed all these things to happen, which put us in the position that we're in today, tax-wise and everything else. And it just was everything went unchecked.
You know what? I drove by last night the parking garage. We're close.
Yes.
And it's a great example of you build something that matches the look and the other structures and the decor, if you will. And that parking garage looks really nice.
Yeah, I was working the Whitesboro graduation at the auditorium last Saturday, looking out that window. Now you can really see the finished product.
You can.
And they're paving that road today, and it really came together well.
It did. There's a lot to work on over there. We get it. But having that facility brand new is a big step.
It is.
Lance and Lee ask this guy, being Melo, if he agrees with the mayor disparaging the Humane Society. Seems to me that's a little out of bounds. What are your thoughts on the city of Utica and Anita Stevens?
I think he answered that right. Look, I was on that board with Anita many years ago when I was on the common council. They did a lot of great things. Something happened, and I don't have all the details, but he came up with the best plan he could come up with. There was another company out there, I understand, that was able to handle the need, and he had a contract with them. I mean, is it all about money? Is it all about, or is it about taking care of the animals that need the help?
So there's two stories on our website. There's the story of the mayor's letter and statement.
If I could, we've asked for her to come out and give her side of the story, and we've not been able to get her.
Right. And I was going back and forth with her yesterday because a statement on your website is not responding to my repeated requests for questions and comments.
And it's so important to come out and speak to people.
Just tell everyone what you feel.
But there's two sides, right? And they're both on our website, and you can determine for yourself because both sides are saying that's wrong. She's claiming 1,000 animals a year. In 2021, it was $900,000, and it almost broke the shelter. I think, I could be mistaken, but I think Stevens Swan or Anita Stevens Swan Humane Society is one of the in better shape humane societies as far as financing go.
Like I said, I was on that board. I would help them out a lot. I know about their fundraising, and people, they just dig into their pockets deeply for animals, and more so than a lot of other things. So the money is coming in. It's still going to come in, and just gotta hope that it all works out for everyone.
Yeah, well, and certainly nobody wants to see that facility struggle by any means, but to be honest, to say that they should be immune to public criticism in the middle of a controversial event.
No one is immune to that. No one.
And I just take
by the
issue
way,
with saying,
go to Wynn Hospital. They'll tell you they're not immune to it.
Well, and I think that the mayor saying that his perspective of them abandoning their mission, I don't think that's really could be disparaging. I mean, you could call it what you want, Lance. I just don't see that it rises to that level, in my opinion.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah. Not from Lance.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I mean, John in Deerfield is saying that what's going on down near the Complete Streets area, traffic is backed up. Oh, my God, I just got two more. Traffic is backed up over the bridge from Oriskany Boulevard and Genesee Streets intersection.
Marlene says, wishing the co-host, Andrew Dominio, a very happy birthday.
I wonder who that is.
I was going to say that next, but happy
well,
birthday,
thank you.
Andrew.
Thank you.
Well, normally his mom has the whole place decorated. And this year, we're absent of that. So
he's a big boy now.
Yeah, he's a big boy. That's right. Okay, so talking about that, you are, first of all, 4th of July parade.
Yeah.
Is always a huge event and a good time.
It is. And I was, it was April 2nd, and I thought it was an April Fool's joke when I got the phone call asking me if I wanted to be or interested in being the Grand Marshal, and I was really taken back by it. I mean, I didn't know what to say. I'm still kind of like, in awe of it. It's a great deal, and I'm excited. My family's excited.
You're having a blast with this.
My little grandson's getting his wave down. I mean, he's working on it, taking for rides on a golf cart.
It won't be a British wave. It'll be more of an Italian.
We've got that down. So.
Perfect. And then I just wanted to get a little bit out of you. You do a lot of driving Uber, and
I do.
Greeley Ford also tells stories of how it's kind of therapy, and you make money during it as well.
Well, the money for me, it wasn't, it's good, but it wasn't the reason why I went out there in the first place. And once I started doing it, I said, okay, I'm meeting the greatest people in the world. I'm also meeting people that I wish I didn't meet.
I know.
But no, really, it's just, you never know who's going to come into that car.
Yeah.
And the things I see and hear, when I tell you I've seen everything, and I mean everything, I don't care what comes through your mind, it's happened in the backseat of my car.
Wow.
Oh boy.
And it has. And I've seen happiness, I've seen sad, I've seen it all, and I'll continue to do it because I even do it in Florida when I go I go down there for the winter.
It's almost as if you're getting people who are in the midst of routine. Right. Who made their plan. This is what they're doing. My son is a regular Uber driver. I'm sure he's been in your car before.
Well, see, it's not. I thought it was going to be about picking up people that had too much to drink. It has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
It has something to do with it. But
there are depending on the hour.
There are a lot of younger people today who do not drive.
They don't drive. Yeah.
It's very interesting. I'm dealing with it.
Or like that furry that I picked up that can't drive,
Right, that's it. It's all out there.
Oh my God, is it? Yeah.
And then, of course, you have those moments of distress.
Yeah.
Where somebody needs a ride and they're in distress.
Yes,
I'm assuming.
I've seen that with young children, having to bring them from one house to another because there's a problem going on.
Oh boy,
it's a very difficult situation to be in. Probably shouldn't even take that ride, but being the person that I am, I just had to make sure that they're safe.
Yep.
And luckily it's worked out.
Good stuff, Mel.
Well, I mean,
when's the book coming? Because there should be a book.
There should be.
John Swan will help.
Well, I mean, a book. I mean, I post things on my Facebook page that hopefully people enjoy, and a lot of it has to do with the Uber stories, but just about life in general.
Yeah.
And like I said, this community has been great to me, and I'm just happy to be here. It's my hometown. I'm proud of it, and I know my family feels the same way.
Yeah.
I think the title should
except
be...
for Samantha. You know,
Samantha, she's tough on you.
I think the title should be "What's on your shirt?" I got a guy.
Well, I mean, I wear this. I wear this, and it's just because I got a guy. I mean,
whatever you need, I got a guy.
And if my guy can't help you, he's got a guy.
Yeah, right. The Blues Brothers also making a comeback.
Yeah. I made a deal with a local gentleman yesterday. I'm not going to say his name yet because he doesn't want it out there. They're going to start the rehabilitation on redo on Saturday.
Okay.
He's going to do one at a time.
Reconditioning
They
them.
really need some work, and after he's seen them yesterday, he says he can handle it. So
all right, I like it.
It's going to be great.
Donna says, Melo was the best ride to Syracuse to catch my plane. Mike says, go Melo. Mark Bolos, have a great birthday, Andrew.
Thank you, sir.
Megan, we have cake for Andrew down in the whatever they call that area down there, the kitchen. Dana Naimi confirming on the presidents who died on 4th of July. Wayne and Bill. I got a whole bunch. I can't get to everybody. We'll continue with all of that tomorrow. Melo, thank you.
Thank you.
Have
always a pleasure. Great
wonderful
studio.
day. Enjoy your ride with Melo if you ever get.
From the Stanley Theater Studios, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
They are American adversaries and allies. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Russian President Vladimir Putin will soon arrive in North Korea for a 2-day visit, thanking leader Kim Jong-un in person for supporting Russia in Ukraine. The U.S. says North Korea has given them weapons and ammo, while NATO keeps arming Ukraine. The alliance's leader, Jens Stoltenberg, is in Washington for talks and just told Fox.
President Putin has to realize that Ukraine will remain a democratic, independent country in Europe. And the only way to convince him about that is to demonstrate for him that he will not win on the battlefield.
And Ukraine has just hit a Russian oil facility, setting it on fire.
Speaking anonymously, a Ukrainian official said drones were used to conduct a long-range strike, an attempt to hamper Russia's war infrastructure carried out by Ukraine's security service, the SBU. Ukraine has increased the number of airstrikes on Russian soil in recent months.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. President Biden will issue an executive order today
that is going to give spouses of U.S. citizens who are not U.S. citizens themselves a pathway to citizenship. We have some details here. You have to be married to a U.S. citizen. You have to have lived in the U.S. for at least 10 years.
And it's Fox's Peter Ducey at the White House. The New York Post reports a migrant who came to the U.S. illegally in 2021 from Ecuador has been arrested, suspected of raping a 13-year-old girl in a New York City park last week. Summer doesn't arrive till Thursday, but it already feels like July.
Stay indoors. Stay with your air conditioning. If you don't have AC, go to a library, a government building, or a cooling center near you.
Governor Kathy Hochul in New York, where it'll top 95 degrees this weekend and feel like more than 100 from there up to Maine. Heat advisories or warnings from Missouri to Delaware. We just got an update on the economy showing we're hesitant spending money. Retail sales rose less than expected last month, just 0.1%. That's better than the decline in April as we deal with inflation and high interest rates. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for up to half the cost. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 1, 5, and 10 gig data plans with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon January 2024.
A violent crime is committed every 24 seconds. The U.S. Concealed Carry Association exists to provide you with firearms education